Got it.
In progress. Okay, so how is everyone?
Good.
There she is. Here's the lady herself, Tanya.
Tanya.
Have you had sleep
back.
today? No? Okay, great.
Oh my god.
Wonderful.
Oh my god, your wig.
Yeah. Look at all the hairs that aren't mine.
Yeah, no, it's so weird.
Yeah.
It's so cool though at the same time.
Right. So here's the deal. Tanya, you've been away doing stuff with your sire for the last 24 hours. Stuff, important stuff, sire and childer stuff, the sort of stuff that you don't talk about, you know, for whatever reason. And so you're about to get a phone call from someone. So hold the line. Barry.
Yes.
So Bishop, you've just been arrested by some cops, and they've taken you to Scotland Yard, and you're being processed at the moment. They've fingerprinted you. They've taken your details down. They ask you a lot of questions. They're trying to do a medical test. They put a thermometer in your mouth, and they're like, there's something funny going on here. Can you just push the talk when you're going to talk?
I'm listening to you.
Yeah, cool. So yeah, they put a thermometer in your mouth. They try sticking injection needles in your arm, and
can I have my call, please?
You get your call, mate. You get your call in a minute.
Are we in America now?
Does this look like America, buddy?
I'm entitled to my call.
You will get your call.
Right now.
And just
right
for your
now,
information.
Right now, I need to call my lawyer. I won't be saying anything to you without a lawyer.
We don't want to talk to you, mate. You're going in the lockup.
Hey, well, you're not putting me in any lockup without me talking to my lawyer.
Well,
I got rights in this country. Don't you know your own rights, officer?
yeah, well, that's you've been watching too much TV, mate. That's not how it works.
No. I'm telling you that I want my
You're not
rights.
telling anybody nothing, all right? If you want to fight about it, you can take it up with those fellows over there with the batons. Is that what you're interested in? You want to play hard with these boys, do you?
I want to be legal.
Yes. They look at each other. They just said, oh, walk this way. You're going this way. In here. You get your phone call, mate. Don't you worry.
I better get it soon.
Here's your prisoner ID number. You're going to need that when you want to make your phone call, aren't you?
Yes.
Right. So you'll get your phone call once we're finished processing you. You work on our time, not the other way around.
This is going to be a bad day for you, brother. I was only trying to save you.
Yeah, nice story, mate. They shove you in the cell and they shut the door. Some time goes by with you in the cell, and eventually this cop comes along to the front door of the cell. Now, when I talk about a cell, I'm talking about a blank room. There's a toilet, there's a bed.
Yeah, I know.
There's a door with a glass window.
Yeah.
There's a camera in the room looking down on you.
Yeah.
Guy comes along and he's like, right, you need some water?
I need a phone call.
Well, you want to make a
under
phone
your
call?
system I'm supposed to be entitled to.
Oh, yeah, you get your phone call. Don't worry.
How about,
get your phone call.
Can I get it now?
Like, say they literally fuck you around for about 3 hours before you get a phone call. Eventually,
sounds like you got that worked out really well.
Eventually, two cops come and open up the door, and they say, right, you want your phone call. We're going to take you down to get your phone call. So you're going to go into this room here. The instructions are all on the wall next to the phone, right?
Thank you.
Right, they take you in there. And you've got this little piece of paper, and there's no phone book. The phone's got a cable about this long on it, so you can barely take it away from the phone itself. And the phone book's over there. So you have to go over not the phone, but the numbers for some lawyers are on the wall, and they're all graffitied on. There's piss in the corner. There's newspaper bits and pieces lying around. And you have to memorize the phone number from the wall and then go over to the phone and make the phone call, because you can't hold the phone where the phone number is.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah. No. Yep. Okay.
So
I'll go.
you eventually get to, you get a number and you call out and you get hold of a lawyer.
No, I was going to ring Tatiana.
You're going to ring Tatiana.
Remember, you left me actually on the
Right.
line with Tatiana last week.
That is
She
true.
was about to answer the phone.
Oh, that is true.
Yeah.
Right. So this all leads through to you getting on the phone to Tatiana. All right.
Yeah. No, that's fair enough. No, it's real good. It sounds exactly like it would be.
And Tatiana answers the phone and she says, "Hello,
Hello, Tatiana.
who's this?"
It's me, Bishop. I'm in jail.
What do you mean you're in jail?
It turns out that my my wonderful team decided to steal an ambulance.
What?
They decided to steal an ambulance, but let's see about that. Anyway, they're not in jail because they escaped, but I didn't. I pulled them off their trail.
Where are you?
I'm in Scotland Yard.
Okay. Stay there. Don't go anywhere.
I wasn't thinking about it.
All right. What name did you give them?
I gave them John Smith.
That's not helpful. How am I going to find you if you're called John Smith?
True, but I didn't think you'd want them looking up Bishop because I'm pretty recent.
Okay, look, I'll have a look into this. Have you got a prisoner ID number with you?
Yeah, here it is. Bye.
Right. I'll get you out.
Thank you.
All right. Tanya, your phone rings.
Hello.
This is Tatiana.
Good evening, Tatiana. How can I help?
We've had a little bit of a situation arise where your good friend Emmanuel Bishop has been locked up at Scotland Yard, and he's going to need to be picked up quite soon from this location. She gives you the address.
What the bloody hell is he doing at Scotland Yard?
I'm not exactly sure, but I suggest you get in touch with the rest of your little coterie of friends and find out what's going on and inform them of his whereabouts.
Very well. I shall give someone a call.
Excellent, because I have other things to worry about right now.
No problem. I apologize for that.
Good luck. Click. All right, everybody else, you're traveling. Is that right?
Not with them.
Not with them. You're on a bike, weren't you?
Oh, we went to the recording studio.
Into the recording studio. Okay.
for
So
blah, blah, blah.
you've been recording for a while then.
Probably.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Okay. You got the names of any songs, any album ideas, anything you want to share with the rest of the group?
Okay. Well, I do. Sorry. Hold. Please hold. Actually, it's on my computer.
Please hold the line.
Hopefully, I'll be quick. I'm sorry.
That's okay. You think about it. I'll go over to these guys while you look it up.
Sounds good.
Elevator music plays.
Right. Okay, so Shipman, Alexei, and Kitty, you guys are traveling. Is that right?
I believe the doctor and I were going to the apartment, and Alexei was following. Bishop.
This is after you've ditched the ambulance and fled on foot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went after Bishop,
Right.
so I'm off on my own.
Right. So you
again.
saw Bishop get arrested. After that, what did you do?
I went back and told them that he'd been arrested.
Right. Okay. And so together, the three of you went somewhere, or?
I think that's where we left it.
Right. Okay, so you guys have just managed to get back together at that point. And where are you at this point? You're like at a gas station, hiding in an alleyway?
Yeah, we're
in a
well
phone
down an
booth?
alleyway.
Okay, so down an alleyway?
What's the apartment when the police chase went off? Where was it at? Well, let's just keep going.
And I will message
Hmm.
the guys that aren't here, Sage and Tanya and John, that Bishop has been arrested.
Okay.
And that we could have trouble. So
Okay, so you messaged Sage.
text away.
Okay, very good. So what do you guys
Fine.
want to do?
I guess as soon as I received it,
Yep.
I'll just call them.
Who are you going to call? Who are you going to call?
Ghostbusters.
Yes.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna call Alexei. Sorry, because your name on the thing is
Oh yeah, sure. I'll just change that.
Alexei.
Change your name to Emmanuel Bishop Barry. Ooh. All right. So you call Alexis. Alexis, your phone rings.
Hello.
Good evening, Alexis.
Hello, Tanya. How's it going?
I just leave you guys just one night. Just one night. What happened? Why is Emmanuel in prison?
How's it my fault he got himself arrested?
Okay, give me the
But
full story.
anyway, and I explained the full story, and
You're going to have to
Man-
do that.
all right, sweet.
I'm sorry, I don't know what you're talking about.
Basically, Mr. Shipman borrowed an ambulance at some point during the evening, and we, well, continued to joyride around in it without really thinking about the consequences. And at some point, we got the cops' attention, and our escape failed, and Emmanuel did the bolt to try and draw their attention away, and he did a very good job. And now he is arrested.
I mean, he didn't really did a good job because he's actually in prison at the moment, isn't he?
But the rest of us aren't.
Oh well.
So I don't know what his end game was, but our side of the plan seemed to have worked fine.
This is very disturbing. Very well, I shall go and take him out of that place. Yeah. Okay. Is there
Anywhere we
anything
should
else?
meet you?
Is there anything else that I need to know what actually happened?
Not
Anything
that I'm
specific?
aware of.
The blood.
Oh yes. The blood that Sage was looking after has been stolen.
Oh, yes. She's already told me about that.
Okay, sweet.
Right, so
Other
we're
than
gonna
that,
go
I
investigate the apartment. You deal with Bishop.
Do you want to come with me, Alexei, or I'll just go on my own? And
Yeah, I'll come with you. Where do you want to meet?
whereabouts are you now? Are you in a safe place?
Well, safe enough. We're just sitting in an alleyway randomly.
I'll meet you near the police station, Scotland Yard, if that's
Alrighty.
okay with you.
That's fine by me.
Okay,
I'll keep an eye out for you.
thank you, and I'll see you soon. Ta-ta.
See ya.
Ta-ta.
Excellent. Okay, so Sage, albums.
Right. So the album name I was going with is Shrouds. Her first song is an introduction called Innocence. It's a song that is gentle but nonetheless powerful. It's about being pursued by an enemy. Nope, sorry, said that wrong. It's a song about being pursued with the enemy not being known and the intention unclear. So yeah, that's the first song.
Okay, so that's what you're recording at the moment.
Mhm.
You want to make a charisma and performance check.
Oh fuck. Okay.
Please,
Yep. Please hold.
please hold the line.
So thank you.
Your call is important to us.
Is it the next
Oh.
Rebecca Black or the next Mozart?
Wow, Tanya, your cup and your
Or-
dress were like the same pattern. Like, wow,
Yeah, I like to match things.
wow, that's
That's
amazing.
amazing.
Yeah. It's like a movie, like the production design stuff happening.
Thanks.
Yeah, 4.
Four successes.
Mhm.
Yeah, not bad, not bad.
Not bad.
Mr. Stent says to you, yeah, I think it's really good, Sage, but I'm thinking maybe,
Oh, here we go.
you know, we need to more passion, Brittany. You know, a little bit of that. Like let it out a bit more. You know, you're not. I think the thing is actually, you know, that I think about it, it's not about letting it out. It's about the fact that you're not in a nightclub. You've got the microphone right here, and you need to play with the microphone. No, play with the microphone.
Play with the microphone.
Yeah,
Oh, like seduce the microphone.
exactly. Yeah, seduce the
Don't get
microphone.
it. No,
So-
that's fine.
All right, are you guys ready? All right, let's roll this.
Oh shit. 4 is pretty damn good. So again?
It was good. We're going for excellence. Yeah, so roll again.
Oh god, okay. Uh, fucking hell.
What did you roll?
Oh my god.
Yes. So good.
Hang on. Where's my other tab gone?
Well, there you have it.
7 successes.
Yeah, what's your target? Because you're rolling 9 dice for this.
Blooming heck. She
I
got
wrote 6.
yeah, 6 is good.
So
Yeah. He said, that's what I'm talking about. Right there. That's it. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah. Right. So there you go. That song's gonna be a hit. Right. So let's moving on. All right. Next song. Have you got the lyrics for this one? Do you know the words?
yes,
All right. So
of course I'm a professional.
right. So you're going to be going into the next song while Tanya turns up at Scotland Yard. And Tanya, you're led into the prison by a couple of guards, and they you tell them who you're here for, bloody blah, and they let you through into this rather dingy place. You go to this place, it's like a maximum security prison. You're quite surprised to find that even the short-term stays here are kept extremely secure. And you can hear some screaming coming from up the hallway, and one of the cops is like, "Oh, it looks like we've got a screamer this time, eh? Oh, what do you think about that?" Yeah, and they take you up some stairs to this door, and through the little panel in the window, you can see Emmanuel Bishop. They open up the door. Mr. Bishop, looks like your holy guardian angel has just arrived.
Thank you so much.
Aren't you a lucky sod, eh?
Luck has nothing to do with it, my friend.
Well, considering you were driving around in a stolen ambulance, I should say luck has quite a lot to do with it. The evidence against you is as tall as a freaking mountain. You'll be back in here before you can say, "But Winkle Squink."
Fortunately, I wouldn't and couldn't say that, so I won't be back anytime soon.
Listen to this guy, thinks he's Mr. Cray or something. It's not the 60s and you're not Ronnie Cray.
Oh, believe me, Ronnie Clay
Come on
could
now,
hand you your
Emmanuel
butt.
Bishop. It's just
Good
stop.
evening, sir.
And off you go. You get out and you find yourself in Tanya's car with Jojo in the back seat. Now, I'd like to just say, Tanya, by the way, I had a look at your character document today. I'm mightily impressed.
You're welcome.
Mightily impressed. I've never
Just a little?
seen, just for everyone's information, Tanya's character document is the most impressive character document I've ever seen. Ever.
Oh, cool.
It's fucking
Okay.
Good
amazing.
work.
Fucking
Thanks.
amazing.
Excellent, excellent,
She's got
excellent.
charts for her NPCs, for her retainers,
Amazing.
her employees, her businesses, her assets. Fucking amazing. Just
Which
like you said.
reminds me,
From your
Oh, shit,
questions,
yeah.
I'm close to the other end.
I would yeah. I remember Bishop. I know.
I'm tempted to. I mean, if you want to show these guys, you should. But you know,
No,
it's
no,
up to
that's
you.
fine. You can show them. It's fine.
We can think about that later. But anyway, okay.
That's fine.
So who's
I
driving?
don't really mind. Yeah.
which reminds me,
Hmm.
as we walk out the door, thank you very much. It's a mess I would not rather be in. I'm not happy with it. But you and I have an airport to put together.
An airport?
Yes.
What do you mean?
Let me give you the long and short of it.
Okay.
Basically, I came up with an idea with Lord Frasius, and Lord Frasius would like you and I to put it into action.
Right. And
This
we're talking
air-
about money here. How are we going to be?
well, I'm assuming you've got lots of it, and I've got a little bit of it now.
I
Other
do
people.
actually, Jojo, darling. Were you able to talk to the insurance company regarding the last time I asked you how much we can get? I'm so scared what you're smiling at, Russell. Sorry.
I'm literally just reading the names of your NPCs.
Oh, right. Okay. Um, sorry, Jojo, darling. Do you have the information about the insurance company that I asked you, regarding the insurance that we can get? How much the money that we can get for the incident that we had?
Talking to Bishop?
No, Jojo.
Jojo, sorry.
It's
Yes, I have looked into that actually. Yeah, I think we're probably going to be. Well, currently the lawyers are talking about an out-of-court settlement to the kind of range of about 20 million.
okay. That should be enough.
We've managed to, there's all sorts of liability issues here that shouldn't have, come into play. Other companies involved.
Mhm.
It's not only the actual damages itself, but the damages reach into all sorts of collateral ranges involving you and the company and other people involved. Obviously we have to pay out Mr. Bishop's clients and so forth. So.
That's right, and we will probably have to talk about this later on regarding how we're going to divide who gets who and what gets what. And at the end of the day, I probably have to talk to the board of members as well.
The number I've got here is 17.5 mil.
Is that the leftover, or is that
that's the total amount of the payout that we're expecting at the moment? That depends on whether or not the final decision is made, and that's the final decision, but we'll see.
Okay, so
Should
that
be
means
within a
we're
week or
left.
two.
So we're left with 2.5, did you say?
17.5 is the total
17.
amount. You'll have to divide that up between Bishop and his clients and
Yep.
you and Thracius and anybody else that has some sort of claim.
Liability. Yeah, claim.
Yeah.
Okay. We shall talk about this later on. Bishop, we will probably have enough money for a down payment to open an airport. We just need a place. We need to find. We need to have a
place.
You do have a place?
Yeah.
Okay. And how much will it cost?
It will cost, Russell.
Well, it's not going to cost anything because it belongs to Thracius.
It does.
It's not going to cost anything. Lord Thracius owns it.
Right. So just to reiterate how the situation is going to work, Thracius is giving you guys a joint project. You guys get to run it's not an airport, it's an airstrip. Quite different. Yeah. It does not have any kind of facilities on it. There is an airstrip and a bunch of old hangars from World War II.
Right. Okay.
There is a smashed in control tower that's been burnt out. And there's a couple of other structures on the site, including some underground structures too, to be fair. So you can refurbish it and do whatever you want with it.
Do we have people as well to be looking?
You do not have the people. The people are up to you. What you do with people is your concern. How you refurbish it is your concern. The budget for it is your concern. However, the one thing that you will have to do is anytime a Brujar comes to the city,
they have to come to this.
They don't have to, but you have to offer it to them.
Yep. Okay. Sounds good. So Bishop just explained it to me.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, what do you think?
I think it sounds good. Sounds good. We can work together for that one. We can definitely figure things out and how we're going to make this a successful project.
Sorry.
Ooh.
Sound.
Did the others get away?
By the sounds of it, they have. Alexi is actually somewhere here.
Alexi is waiting outside because he doesn't really want to obfuscate around Scotland
Cameras.
Yard.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Oh,
he's
sorry, you're obfuscating?
Well, yeah, I would have met up with you and then just waited outside anyway.
Okay.
So
so you know where he is. So you pull up to a corner and Alexi gets in the car.
Yep.
Does that work?
Yep.
Okay.
Hey, Alexi.
thanks for that.
No
One
problem.
moment, please. I have a knock at my door. I believe it is muffins.
Now, I was thinking, Tanya,
Mhm.
what we could do to make this airbase payable
It looks like a bat.
is during the day, once we get it done up properly, we can have old planes there demonstrating stuff and all that sort of thing during the day, so it makes money.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah,
and
yep.
yeah, so they can have the whole what it was like to be in World War II in a World War II airbase.
You better cherish that muffin.
It looks like a bat. Anyway,
You look like a butt.
thanks. I'm a bat. Anyway, sorry. This is recorded. Okay, so no, that's fine. That's fine. Bishop. The other thing is as well, we can use this airstrip to get all the deliveries to come over here for your deliveries and all that stuff, and we can work around those other things as well. Anything that-
Precisely, and that way we can secure it better.
exactly. And at the same time, I will probably need some assistance with you with security. I will be talking to my board members about this and with my CEO, just letting them know that we had an experience with security in Oslo, but it may happen again here, and we need specific people like us, that knows a little bit like in things about us. So it'll be nice to have specialized people to be securing the company, and I would love to work with you if you would be okay with it.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that. But you realise the more we do, and we're probably talking about this on the way to wherever we're going.
Where are you going?
Where are we going?
Where are we going?
Where are we going?
We're just
Tanya?
driving.
We're just
You,
driving
you could
around.
be going to visit the airbase if you want.
Yeah, okay. That
Yeah,
sounds
let's
good.
go check out the airbase.
Okay. Yeah,
Yes.
while we're driving, we'll be talking about this and go to the airbase and have a look and see how the
Okay.
structures are.
Yeah.
And we can plan things.
Meanwhile, what's Kitty doing?
Kitty has just continued on with her mission and is going to the apartment to investigate the missing blood.
Right. So Kitty,
Yeah, I think I'm there as well.
Yeah.
okay, so Kitty and Shipman, you get to the address.
Mhm.
It's a block of flats. One of those long blocks of flats out in East London. You're in a one moment, please. It's a place called Peckham. And yeah, the Peckham Estate Apartments. And there's not a lot sort of in the way of guards or security around, but it's very run down. And it backs on to an old bunch of factories. You don't see anybody around. You see the house, you see the apartment itself. You can see some lights on upstairs, but there's nothing going down on the ground floor.
Right. I'm going to go up to the door, and if it doesn't open, I'm going to pick the lock.
I'm just going to follow behind.
Does it open?
Sorry, I must have been on mute. I said perception alertness checks, please. Oh, my apologies. Perception security checks, please.
Security.
Yeah, perception and security.
Do I need to roll that as well?
Yes. Yep. If you're there.
2 successes.
Okay. And Shipman. 2 successes as well. Okay, you both notice the security camera, the large blatant security camera hovering over the door, looking down on the steps that go up to the front door. You guys have all seen Coronation Street, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a house a lot like that. Like one of those houses. Yeah.
Does the security camera look like it's actually on or attached to anything? Like, does it have a light, or is it just there
It
for
does
show?
does not have a light, but it does appear to be attached to the wall.
Are we like, if we see the security camera, probably wouldn't have walked straight under into its view?
Right. That's why I'm giving you the roll. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yep.
I'm just gonna look around and see if there's any like other ways to get in without being seen by the security camera.
Well, it's 2 stories high with a very steep roof, and it goes along, and there's about 12 different flats along on this block. Okay. It's number 6. So it's somewhere in the middle, almost the very middle. And there is a front door on the ground floor. There's windows on the first floor, the second floor. And you would have to go around the back of the entire block to see whether there was any kind of back door. But based on the fact that you can see the next block of flats that are parallel, you can guess that the back of it's going to have a back door and probably a very small little garden area with a washing line.
Do you want to risk the front door, or do you want to go around the back?
Should probably go around the back.
Okay. Go around the back.
Okay, so you scramble around the back. Perception security again, please.
Two successes.
2 successes. Okay. The back has a similar sort of setup with a video camera sitting there above the door, looking down on the backyard. Backyard is fenced in with a 8-foot high wooden fence. There's a couple of petunias growing, a bucket with some stones in it, and you can see chalk markings on the floor from where at some point somebody looked like they might have been playing hopscotch.
I'm going to take a stone out and throw it at the camera.
Okay, so you're going to pick up a stone and throw it at the camera.
No, I'm not. I am going to
You're
pick
not?
up the bucket of stones, dump the stones out.
So to get to the
And-
bucket of stones, you will have to go into the view of the camera.
Oh, I do?
Yeah.
Right.
So you know. This is what you
And-
can see from outside the yard. But the camera looks at the yard and basically the back steps.
Is there a windowsill near the, so, sorry. To go into the backyard, the camera's looking at the backyard. Is there a way sort of to edge around the edge of the camera, or?
If you climbed into somebody else's backyard, like if you got into the backyard of unit 5, for example, which you may notice does not have a camera. In fact, you can see a family going about their business. Actually, how late is it? Does anyone remember what time it is?
I remember it being quite late. They'll probably be asleep.
That's fair. I'll tell you what, you can hear a baby crying.
Stage's
next door.
recording thingy happened at 2.
Right.
Right.
That gives you a gauge.
Right. So this might be about 4:30.
Mm.
Okay. So it's 4:45 actually. Okay. So there's a baby crying next door. You can see parents turn on the light and they're dealing with this very young child in the next neighborhood house.
Question, Doc, that obfuscating thing, does that work with cameras or no?
No, it doesn't.
Okay.
You could try
I'm going
and
to.
sneakily turn the camera into a different direction.
Yeah, that was my plan. I'm gonna go. Do you want to do that through? Do you want to do that, or do you want me to do that?
Oh, you can do it.
Okay, I'll give it a go. I will go through number 5's garden and try and climb across to the camera, and I'm going to use some celerity because I can.
So can you make a dex and athletics check?
Dex and athletics. Oh God.
Oh, okay. So while you're trying to climb up to get to the camera, you slip off the thing and come crunching down, ripping the camera off the wall, because you grab onto it to hold you there. You're hoping it's going to keep you there for a moment, but it just goes and breaks out, and you come down and collapse to the ground, taking 2 points of non-aggravated damage as you break your wrist on the ground.
So would that be bruised or hurt?
It's the second level, whatever that is.
Okay.
Now you can spend blood literally and just fix it.
Okay, I'm going to spend blood and fix it. How many points of blood would that be? 3?
Yep. But I am going to make you to make a self-control roll.
Oh God, that's my worst roll. Okay, self-control is 2 dice.
Would you like to spend a willpower point?
Yes, please.
Okay.
So does that make 1 automatic success and I still roll?
You still roll.
Okay, 1 success.
One
plus
success plus the
my
other
willpower.
success. You grit your teeth and you don't make a sound.
Cool.
But you roll over on the floor going while you're spending blood. And Mr. Shipman, you see all this going on, and you can see she's probably broken her wrist. You might be able to help her set it while she spends her blood.
Yeah, I'll help set it.
Okay. It's okay.
But the good news is the camera is no longer attached to the house, and you're pretty sure you ripped the cable out.
Not what I
guess the
meant to do.
Question now is do we use this as an opportunity to get in there, or do we flee so it doesn't look like we've broken the camera to get in here?
Well, I highly doubt it's got like a warning system off the camera. We'll just go have a look and then leave.
Okay, let's do it. We'll do it quick.
Okay. Go for it. I'm guessing the door is locked.
Door is locked. Yep, that is
Okay.
an astute observation.
I'm gonna pick the lock.
Okay, Dex and security.
Security is where they're just hiding from me. One success. Would have been 2, but there's a pesky 1.
You can't quite pick this lock. This is a tricky lock.
Can I spend a willpower?
Okay, roll again.
Roll again. Okay.
Well, how many dice do you get? This is 1, 2, 3 dice for Dex and security.
Yeah.
That's terrible, just so you know.
Yeah, well.
Pretty much like Alexi running around trying to do everything you can.
Right.
I thought I
Okay.
changed my.
2 successes plus a willpower, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You managed to get the lock to click open, and then you swing the door open. Cut to Sage. So Sage, tell us about your next track that you're recording.
Oh, I don't have them all written out, and I'm not
What?
confident that this is going to be the second song on the album.
Okay. But is it a song that you're going to record anyway?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Okay, well, this one's actually called Shrouds After the Album. It is a haunting and romantic duet about the embrace between a vampire and a childer, written with subtlety and elegance as to hide the masquerade, obviously. It involves a talented male guitarist and a singer from another band.
Okay.
What I don't know of this other band, by the way.
Right. Okay.
Hmm.
So let's see.
I thought it'd be pretty cool.
I'm going to roll some dice to see how high quality this other band singer is.
Okay, good call. This trash, get out of here. You're a joke.
9886.
Oh, I guess now
pretty
it's up
good.
to me.
Pretty good. So yeah, it's a guy, right? Or is it a girl?
I like the idea of it being, oh yeah, a male. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe I'll have a female one at some other point, but not
All
with
right.
the song.
Okay. So this guy comes and sings with you, and you can make a charisma and performance check.
Okay. Whoa. 3. Oh, that was not my best. Not my best.
Everyone looks at you and they're like, okay, take 5. Okay.
Sorry.
And the recording people go off and have
I'm
cigarettes.
incredibly shy.
stuff, and this guy, he's
He's so cool.
where do you reckon he's from? Is he like a European or is he American? English? What do you, if you don't care, I'm going to say he's Swedish.
Swedish.
All right.
Cool.
His name is Per Gessle.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Cool.
he's like, okay, so how do you want to do this? I'm thinking that it was pretty good. You hit the right notes and but what's it really about? I think maybe you're too aware of everybody in the studio. You have to shut yourself out from them.
Okay.
You know?
I'll give that a shot.
Sometimes it's really lonely being in the studio because you have to just be there by yourself. You can't buy into all the joking and talking.
That's true. It's true.
Just stop listening to them. Just listen to us. We're the singers here.
All right. All right.
Let's try again, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so we get everybody back in again. And
I'm just going to block them out.
yeah. All right. Give us another
Hide
roll.
behind my fringe. Just creeping into my eyes.
Yeah.
One more.
So it's a bit better.
Yeah,
Maybe-
the bitch in there. I gotta make this one awesome.
I think it was pretty good. Maybe we can try again tomorrow night if you
Oh.
like. What do you think?
Damn, I couldn't spend my willpower.
Or you want to try again now?
Yes, one more time. One more time.
All right, so you go for a third take.
And 1 willpower.
All right. I expect you to keep track of all of these things, by the way.
Oh, I definitely am. I
Keep track
definitely
of
am.
how many successes you get for these songs.
Yep, I've got it written down already.
Cool. All
Um,
right. So let's see. What's your? This is with a willpower, right?
Yep. So 5.
5. Yeah. Okay. It's not bad. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty damn good.
Getting
Okay.
there. It's not
Okay.
7, but
It's not 7. Okay. So Tanya and who we got? Alexis
Oh.
and Bishop get to the airstrip.
Oh my
It's a
God.
little way out of London, and it is run down, and it's
my God.
covered in weeds. Yes.
I actually found a former World War II airfield in Oxfordshire.
Yep. I do
I s-
have some notes
Oh,
already,
did
but
you?
that's okay. If
Oh,
you've got
did
it,
you?
you might have a better one.
No. I just saw one and I'm just like, this is fucking amazing. It's literally run down.
Yep.
It's just, yeah. So I was like, wow. But yeah, anyway.
No,
okay.
that's cool. I mean, if you've got yours in front of you, I don't really care which one we go with.
Doesn't matter.
You get the idea. So it's got a few structures. There's a few hangars there. The hangars right now are kind of open.
Mhm.
There's weeds growing out of the cracks in the runway.
Yeah. This
right?
one.
Yeah. There's a tower that's been burnt out. You guys sort
Yep.
of walk around there for a while.
Mhm.
Yeah. So you're talking while you're there, or are you just checking
Yeah,
it
we'll
out?
probably just checking around.
So is it suburban or like wilderness or? where-
It's a little bit. It's not far from suburban. It's just far enough out that it's like a mile out from being suburban.
All right, cool.
It's on the edge of the main city. It's wedged between 2 suburbs, but there's a kind of a parkland area around it. And right now it's owned by the council, so they've stopped people building here. There's a few wild animals running around.
Yeah, so basically, I'm just basically going to tell them like we need to tidy up this here, we need to clean this up here, we need to.
We need 2 systems if we're going to
We sure do.
If we're going to go with the World War II thing for the daytime, so it makes money for us, then we'll need to have one working for that and one working for modern, so we can use it for modern purposes as well. The good thing about keeping the old World War II stuff going is that it makes it quite immune to any kind of EMP.
Hmm.
So that's why I want to keep that going.
Hmm. How about you tell me what you want to do, and we can figure out the people that we need and how we're going to not spend too much money on. Do we really need to make this pretty? We don't really need to make this pretty. It's just
We
going to
need
be
to
like
make it
pretty.
functional.
We just
and-
need
You
to
need- yeah,
just functional for it.
yes, that's what we need to do. But we need it to look real functional, not fake functional.
Do we need? The other question here is: do we want to be known for this?
Well, I
Because if we're going to
suppose,
tidy it up and functional, remember that in the air, they will know that we've got an airstrip, and people would know.
that's true. And if we use my idea, that'll kind of give it away too. So we can throw out that other.
What we can do is we can have your little mini World War II going on in here, where no one would need to know, and we can have a part of here will be the normal ones and all the visitors and all that stuff happening, and the industrial and all that bits and pieces that can go in here. We can have a plan for this if you want.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
We probably need some architects and engineers or something like that to figure out.
yeah, we'll need that.
We'll
And
provide the money, but we need some plan.
And Alexi, you need to find out if the Norths know about the underground part of it, and if it's going to annoy them to have anybody down there, because I'd like to use that if possible.
Well, that was actually my next question. Is I'm looking around seeing if it does have sewer access and all that.
Does it have sewer access? Yes, it does. It's located on a main line, or very near to a main line. The barracks are located over a main line. The airstrip itself isn't, because it would possibly collapse on the main line.
Yep.
So
We
yeah,
need to know the history of this place as well, making sure that everything is all good. Because at the end of the day, we still need to sign some documents and paperwork and all that stuff.
Yeah,
in fact, not only is it located fairly close to a mainline sewer, but it's connected to, or very close to, a underground train system as well. So there's a station not too far away.
I flick a message to my Nosferatu information contact and just ask him what he can tell me about this place, if anyone's got dibs on it, if it's in anyone's sort of area, sort of thing.
He tells you that currently it's under the domain of the Bruja Thracius. At least the surface is. Right. Caitlin, you open the door. In front of you is a hallway. It's dark. There is a set of stairs going up, and then the stairs turn and continue going up. So it's like a two-legged thingy. You know what I'm saying? You're looking up to a not a balcony, but a landing, right? On the left-hand side, peeking your head in, you see a door that leads into a living room. On the right-hand side is a closed door. Looks like it might be a cupboard.
Okay.
Under the staircase is another door that looks like it might be a storage space or something like that. There's a mat on the floor. There's a small table over on the right-hand side. It has a big old telephone sitting on it.
Okay. Do you want upstairs or downstairs?
I'll stay downstairs.
Okay. I'm gonna go upstairs and have a look around and just see what I can find out about the person who lived there, where they might have gone, what the deal is.
Okay. All right. So you start heading upstairs. Are you sneaking or walking or?
I'll sneak.
Describe the attitude of your character presently, like physically, emotionally, etc.
Kitty is very goal driven, and she just wants to find out as much as she can to try and stop the group from being found to possessing blood that they shouldn't have been found, and for the blood to fall into the wrong hands and to create something bad which could get us all killed. Right. So she wants to find as much information as possible so that she can find this person and stop bad things from happening. And she's not overly happy about it, but she's very got to do this.
Okay. All right. Can you make a perception alertness check?
I can.
Shipman, you can do the same thing.
Four successes.
4 successes. Okay.
3 of which were 10s.
Wow. Far out. Okay. Okay. So you can hear music coming from upstairs, and you can hear.
Yeah, come
you can hear music coming from upstairs, like trancey sort of music, almost sort of like ethno-trancey beats coming from upstairs. And on top of that, beyond that, you can hear. Do you have heightened senses or anything?
I do.
You do. Okay. Are you using them?
Yes.
Okay. You can literally hear people having sex upstairs. You can tell us what they're doing. They're murmuring and grunting and making all of those noises. Sounds like a man and a woman. They're not really saying anything cogent, but that's clearly what's going on. Shipman, did you make a check downstairs? You did, didn't you? Okay,
Yeah,
so right, there's just it's a very dim light downstairs. There's a kind of a green tone to the light as you going into the living room, looking around.
Yeah, you mentioned there was a storeroom? Was that downstairs?
Yes.
Yeah, I want to go into the storeroom.
Okay, you find like some old pillows and some sheets and a mattress and some various stuff that people keep in their houses. Nothing is exceptionally interesting to you off the bat. Some laundry. There's a dirty laundry basket.
Did you mention there was a mat as well? I might just
on the
go
floor.
Back the mat. Just have a quick check.
You examining the mat or what?
I want to peel it back and see if there's anything underneath.
Okay. There's nothing under the mat.
Okay.
Nothing.
I'll head into the lounge then.
Okay. A cat goes running across the floor in front of you with its tail flipping in the air, and you get this distinct smell of cat litter coming from what must be the kitchen through the next doorway.
Can I guess I'll be using heightened senses as well. Can I hear anybody down here, or does it sound pretty?
You can hear the sound of the refrigerator clicking on.
Okay, I'm gonna go into the kitchen.
Okay.
Check the cupboards and the fridge.
You open the fridge and you find 2 heads and 2 torsos, a number of other limbs hacked up and packed in plastic.
Okay. I'm gonna close the fridge. Can I see
one of the heads is a man, one of them is a woman.
Okay. Can I tell how long they've been in this fridge just based on their wounds? I guess they're packed in plastic. It would be a bit hard.
It's tricky to tell, yeah. They have been literally chopped up into pieces so they fit in the fridge.
Can I see if there's any sort of trail of maybe blood or dragging or anything that has been left across the floor?
Nope.
Okay. Is there any doorway out of the kitchen into like?
There's a doorway that goes into the. Oh, you came in through the back door, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. There is a doorway that goes out through to the front door.
I'm gonna text Kitty and say that I've found some bodies down here in the fridge.
So-
so be careful.
Roundabouts that time, Kitty, you've reached the outside of a bedroom where the door's open and you can hear this business going on. Do you look inside?
I take my katana out and I look inside.
Okay. And inside you see two people, as I say, doing it fine. And next to them is a flask open with a cup. It's like, literally looks like this. Looks exactly like this.
Is it the
And-
flask that we lost?
You would say so, based on the description.
Oh God, they've already drunk it. Okay.
You've got your awe specs still going, your heightened senses.
I do.
Perception alertness check.
3 successes.
You can smell vitae in the air. And you can smell vitae being burned as well. That sense, that smell of it going through somebody and being burned up as it's used.
For fuck's sake. Okay. I will text Shipman, just be like, code red, flask being drunk, people upstairs having sex. And I will back out of the room.
I'm heading up.
Can you make a stealth check, please, Kitty?
Yep.
Dex,
So
and,
what-
Dex and stealth.
Dex and stealth.
Yeah.
I can do that.
Shipman, you're going up the stairs. You can make a Dex and stealth check.
Oh, can I use a willpower, please?
You can.
So that will make 3 for me.
Yep. 1 success for Shipman. Okay. There's a few creaks on the stairs as you're going up the stairs, Shipman. You're not paying that much attention for some reason. She gets to the top of the stairs. Kitty's there with her katana, and she's backing down the stairs now, aren't you?
No, I'm just
Backing to the stairs.
against the wall, like near where the door is, and I've got the katana ready.
Okay. All right. Very good.
When he comes up, I'm just going to whisper, question, if we kill a vampire that's ifs or buts, is it illegal?
They're vampires.
I don't know. Hold on, I'm going to look back in the room and just check their auras.
So that's perception and empathy.
Perception.
Yep. Twice, for one for each of them. First one is for the male, second one's for the female.
Okay. 1 success.
The male
On-
is a human, you would think. Possibly, actually, he's a ghoul.
It's cool. Okay, cool. And the second one was -2 successes. So
The second one,
she's
you
she's
think
been
this?
covered by the dude, like they're going at it. I can't see her very well.
Yeah, it's just worse than that. You think that she's Cain. She's some sort of super powerful vampire. She's, it's a botch. It's worse than, it's not just a mistake, you literally have it completely wrong.
Okay.
She is definitely a vampire.
Okay. So male's a human, female's vampire. Very scary looking.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to be nice. I'm going to say she's a human. She's clearly a human. I'm going to go the other way. They're both ghouls. Out of game, they're both ghouls, right?
Okay.
But you don't know that. You think one of them is a human. So at this point, you're assuming that only the guy has drunken the blood.
Right. Okay. I reckon the dude's a ghoul and the girl's a human, and I'm pretty sure the dude's the only one that's drunk in the blood. But yeah. I can kill gills, right? That's fine.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna silentry in the room and chop the guy's head off.
Celerity. Okay, so zoom.
Also, when this is happening, since it will probably be a bit alarming, I'm going to get the flask.
Okay, so you're going to go for the flask
Yep.
while she goes for the heads.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So you zoom into the room using celerity. Woof. Do you make a noise when you do that, or are you just going to go? Because it's going to be hard to cut off his head without cutting off her head, all in the same action, because they're on top of each other.
Right, yes. Okay, I'm just going to go in and yeah, just chop the heads.
Okay, very well. So, okay, difficulty is going to be 8. This is going to be a strength and melee roll.
Oh God, why is it strength?
Would you like to make another? Well, actually, it's a katana and it's super sharp, so it can be dexterity and melee.
That's better. And yeah, does specialty in katanas mean anything?
Oh, yeah, it gives you an extra dice, I believe.
Cool. So I just rolled these, and the difficulty is 8.
Yep.
8. And oh my God. Ah! And then another.
Okay.
No.
She sees something happening as you start rushing into the room, and she literally rolls the two of them off the bed. At which point your katana comes down and slashes open. All of these feathers go poof, up into the air in this big, cloud of feathers. As you slice open the mattress, the two of them jump to their feet quickly, but you're using celerity, so you get another attack at this point.
Okay, I'm gonna go for the dude because I think he's the threat.
Okay.
Oh
God. Dex and melee again.
Dex and melee. Is this still difficulty 8?
Yeah.
And then an extra dice for
Okay. You hit him. You definitely don't kill him. You do like a level of damage to him, and there's blood coming out of him. He's bends over and starts trying to open a drawer. The woman jumps back screaming and picks up a baseball bat that's against the wall, and she comes and swings it at you.
Okay, I'm gonna try and dodge out the way and try and
Dex and dodge.
Dex and dodge. Oh my God. This is not going well. I have so many dice, and yet those niggly ones. Oh my God.
That's 3 send you guys thoughts and prayers, man.
Hopes and prayers.
Hopes and dreams, thoughts and prayers.
That is shocking. It's shocking.
I get smacked across the face
Okay,
because my attention was on him. And
yeah, your attention's on him. Yeah, that makes sense. And she just belts you in the head with the baseball bat. Can you make a stamina check, please? Roll your stamina dice to see if you can soak any of the 4 points of non-aggravated damage you're about to take.
Oh my God. Okay, stamina. Is that just stamina by itself?
Yep. Do you have fortitude? You don't have fortitude, do you?
I don't think so. Oh my God.
Okay, boof, 4 points of non-aggravated damage from turns out to be a steel. It's a steel baseball bat. Hits you on the side of the head. You're kind of stunned for a minute. Shipman, what are you doing? You've seen her get smacked with a baseball bat.
Have I grabbed the flask?
You're going for the flask. You can make a dex and athletics check to go for the flask.
This is all going so badly.
I'll willpower it as well.
Okay, 2 successes then. You grab the flask. All right, you managed to not drop it. You notice as you do this, actually, can you make a wits and alertness check? Is that a 1 success?
It's a 1, yeah.
Something's still in the cup. There's still some liquid in the cup.
So there's a flask and a cup.
The cup that goes on. It's the lid of the flask is also a cup.
All right, drink it.
Okay. It's fucking great. and you are 1 blood point bound towards a particular vampire we can discuss out of game later.
All right. Can I still react?
You
What?
can still react, yeah, but you're kind of swimming in this blood at the moment. The spirit of this blood has just been imbibed, and you're kind of a little bit less concentrated on the present right now, I'm suspecting, based on your character's concept.
Yeah.
You can make a self-control check.
Self-control, yeah, sure.
That's not highly successful. Okay, so you're basically going to lose it at this point. Okay, so you're busy. You just leap on the nearest person.
I've been hit, so I'm out
So
of
it's
the
probably
way.
I'd say it's probably the baseball bat lady.
Actually,
She probably got knocked away.
You know what? You don't leap on the nearest person. I lie. You look at the flask in your hand, and you drink the rest of the bottle. So that's what you're doing. Now, while you're drinking, and I'm going to say I'm going to roll some dice here to decide how much blood is in there. Okay. Caitlin,
Mm-hmm.
can you make a perception alertness check, a wits and alertness check?
Wits and alertness.
Yeah.
These dice want to kill me.
Would you like to spend a willpower point?
I know how you feel, Kitty.
3 successes. I didn't do.
Okay,
There we
so
go.
despite being your ears ringing from being bashed on the head with a thing, you're barely holding onto the katana still. You look up and you see Shipman just sucks down like the whole cup of whatever was in that cup, and now he's picked up the flask and he's drinking from the bottle of the flask too. And you can
What
see
are
from
you
his
doing?
he is not compass. You can see he's not compass. He's literally, his fangs are out. He's frenzying. You can tell.
Can I kick the bed into him to sort of distract him for like 5 seconds?
You can try that. Yep. How strong are you?
Not very. I'm gonna have to use willpower for this one.
Okay.
Oh god.
So
So
you can
and
burn blood.
athletics. You could burn blood, yeah. You can burn blood up to 5 points to take yourself up to 5 strength.
I'll burn 3
It's
points.
probably more cost effective than willpower.
Yeah,
Mhm.
3 points of blood.
All right, 3 points of blood. So you got 5 strength plus your athletics.
Yeah. Perfect. Okay. Strength. Athletics. And so I will roll my extra 3 dice for. Oh my god!
No successes or 1
Yeah.
success?
None. None
None.
at all.
No successes. Okay. The turns out the bed is extremely heavy, and despite it moving an inch, Shipman doesn't pay any attention at all, and he drinks the rest of the flask. Shipman, would you like to make a self-control check?
Oh god.
Kitty, make a dex and dodge roll.
It's official. Roll 20 wants to kill me.
You know, the best time for this to happen.
I know that feeling too.
Shipman, you're kind of aware of what's going on, but you don't care.
Oh my
Minus
God. Okay, you take another bash to the head from this freaking thing. Yeah, whack. That's another 2 points of non-aggravated damage. Are you crippled yet?
I think I'm crippled. What is it? I was at 5, so 7 now.
Yeah. Well, if it's 7, you're totally unconscious. You can spend blood to heal these wounds. These are non-aggravated damage.
How much blood do I need to spend to heal
So
this?
it's 1 point of blood per damage. per level of damage.
Okay.
Also, celerity costs blood, so just be aware of that.
Yeah. so
yeah, I've
you've
been
used-
using celerity blood.
You've used 2 points of celerity. You've used 3 points on strength.
Mhm.
You've healed 2 points of damage outside from falling. I think it was 2. Is that right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Right. So that's 7, 5, 6, 7 points so far. So you're down 7 from your total dice pool, which I think is 15.
Hmm. I've
So
got-
you've got like 8 points left.
Yeah, I've got 8 points left.
Right.
Oh God. Okay.
So how much would you like to heal?
3 points, please.
Okay. So 8, 7, 6, 5 points left. Let's make a self-control check.
Oh my God. I'm gonna frenzy too. This is not gonna go well.
What happens when you have potent Sabat blood in a scene?
One success.
Yeah, okay. Bye-bye.
I'm gonna use willpower.
You want to use willpower to control yourself? All right. How many willpower points do you have now?
I only have 1 left after this.
Okay. So quick dissertation on how willpower points work. Your current willpower dictates, essentially how much willpower you have now. If you don't have any willpower, you just don't want to get out of bed in the morning. It's like how you feel before you've had your coffee.
Right. Okay.
Right. So you're very, very low self-esteem, very low interest in anything. You can barely cope with any kind of stress. Right. You're
Okay.
feeling pretty ragged at that point. So you use your willpower, you don't frenzy. Okay. And this woman is coming at you again with the baseball bat. The guy is pulling a pistol out of a drawer.
I'm going to take my gun out and shoot her.
Okay, that's going to be an action. You've got a sword in your hand and he's standing next to you.
I'm ambidextrous. Can I use my offhand?
Yep.
Cool.
So you're going to slash with one hand and shoot with the other?
Yeah.
All right. So you're going to divide your dice pool in half to do that. But your ambidexterity gives you a bonus for that, doesn't it?
It does.
How does that work?
You have a degree of offhand dexterity and can perform tasks with the wrong hand at no penalty. The normal penalty for using both hands at once is to perform different tasks, fighting with a weapon in each hand. So I actually don't need to.
Don't have to split your dice pool.
No.
That's nice.
I think you have to. It's just you don't get the penalties,
Yeah.
like the offhand penalties.
Plus
it's
1
just-
difficulty to the right hand and plus 3. I don't get that penalty.
Okay, so you don't have okay, so there's no penalty. Okay, so you still have to split your dice pool. So
Yeah.
you're doing so what's the best of the 2 rolls, dex and melee or dex and firearms?
Dex and melee.
Okay, so that's going to be the dice pool that you can split.
Okay. I've got, so that means that will be 3 dexterity, 4 melee. So that's 3 and 4.
Okay, so how do you want to do it?
4 to the girl because she's the immediate threat.
Okay,
And then 3 to the dude.
all right, go.
Oh God. 3. 3 successes on the first one.
Okay, you slit his throat with the katana. That was
Okay.
that was what you're doing, right? With the sword was the first attack, or was that
The
the
sword.
gun?
The sword was to the girl with the bat.
Oh, okay. So you slit her throat.
Yeah.
All right. So you
And
kill her.
then-
She falls to the ground, holding her neck, blood spewing out everywhere. You are going to have to make another self-control check in a minute. But
Yep,
first
and
of
then
all,
Two successes, one of which is a 10.
this is
to
for
shoot.
to shoot him.
Yeah.
All right. You shoot him. He's not dead, but you definitely shoot him. And he retreats into the corner and he looks really freaked out. And he's just like, no, stop.
I'm going to drink some of her blood.
You're
And
going
then-
to make a self-control check.
Yep, that's right. Self-control. Oh my God. Oh my God.
So when Mr. Shipman and Kitty come out of their frenzy, they look up at each other. Both of you are covered in blood, drenched in blood. The walls are covered in blood. both these individuals have been torn to bits and they're completely drained and dead.
I mean, I get my blood pull back.
Oh, your blood pulls back, yeah, and you're healed and you feel great.
The silver lining.
Now you can make conscience checks, both of you, please.
Also, I regain willpower because that was a dangerous situation.
You
Do
can
conscience checks again.
you can regain willpower from it being a dangerous situation. However, yes, you have to roll your conscience now. If you fail it,
Oh God.
fail the conscience check, you will lose a willpower. Sorry, a humanity point.
Okay.
What's conscience checks again?
Just whatever your conscience is.
Oh, just that with D10.
Yep.
3 successes.
So however many points you have in conscience,
Every
that's how many
time.
dice you have.
You succeed every time.
3 successes minus 1 because of a 1, so I've got 2
Two
successes on that.
successes. Kitty, you feel terrible. You know you've done something very bad and very wrong, and you've just murdered 2 people, and in the worst possible way, painfully, horribly, most volatile. Mr. Shipman, what did you get? A
I'm pretty
6
sure
and-
that's no successes.
no successes. Yeah, I'm afraid you lose a humanity point there, Mr. Shipman. But you don't care.
Hmm.
Right.
Well, that didn't go how I thought it would go.
Oh God. Oh God,
Mm.
God.
So
What
meanwhile,
did I do?
Tanya, Shipman, and Alexei, you are at the airbase still.
Okay, so I think we drop my idea about trying to turn it into a World War II base so we can use it for cover.
Yeah, I think you guys are loaded enough without this. I think we need to make this clandestine.
Yeah. Well, hasn't this been a quiet night? This has been a good
I
night.
think we shouldn't do anything above ground. I think we should see what's below the surface and make base there if we need to.
Yeah, but I think we should at least get the tower going at some point because.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
but-
Yeah. We'll go down the bottom and see how much we can fit down below.
So, but Tanya, you happen to have, because you've been given them by your retainers, the keys and access code to the underground part of the space, which has been locked up for the last 30 years.
Okay.
So you are able to take them downstairs and actually check out the bunkers and what have you. Whereupon you find it's been largely and oddly undisturbed for all of this time. There's a bunch of hospital beds and things. This place was used as a hospital at one point during the end of the war. Stretchers mostly, old medical supplies that look like they've probably gone off, not very useful now. A lot of junk, pretty much all junk. But the space itself is structurally quite sound underground. And there's about 10 large rooms that you could convert into things and a barracks.
Yeah, we could convert all this, couldn't we? What do you think, Tony?
How about you guys decide what you want to do with this place and
Come on, you creative.
Out of character, why have we got this place again? I've completely forgotten.
You don't even know. Nobody's
No.
you
told
mean you can ask?
No.
Nobody's told you. Yeah.
What are we actually doing here, guys? Like you say, Thracius has gifted us the space to use as our own or
No.
something.
He's gifted us, and Bishop points to him and Tanya. He's gifted us the base to turn into a base so that we can use it for our clandestine business or anything else for that matter. And I know you're a Nosferatu and you're going to have to tell somebody something, so all right, pass it on if you need be. But the one thing I want you to find out is now we're underneath, and that's your people's department. Will they be annoyed if we do this? And do they have this part of the base?
from what we said earlier, I think we're actually in the all clear to use underneath.
Okay. I don't want to offend your people. Yeah. Last thing I want is to offend your lot. All right. So you're all right with this, Tanya?
Yes, that's fine.
Yeah.
This is a business, and any business for me will be fine. I'll be very interested with money.
Good, because you're going to be the business brain. I'm only going to be the security brain.
This sounds good.
Okay. So
Let me deal with the paperwork and all that stuff, and you deal with what you want to do with this place, and then we can turn it into a functional airstrip, I guess.
Airstrip, yes.
And Alexi, maybe you need to find out more about this place. I kind of want to know the history, possibly, or if there's anything else that we can find out about this place that's possibly hidden.
Right. Sage,
Yes.
you wrap up your recording session. I think you're
Cool.
probably overall pretty pleased with how it went. You met some more creative types, blah de blah,
Mhm.
and everybody leaves. Everybody heads out. So I assume you.
See you next time. Bye.
Yes, very nice working with you. Yes, bye.
Now,
Love
where
you.
is Ellen? Where did I leave my Ellen?
Alan's sitting in the car outside. I'm assuming there's a car.
Motorbike.
Motorbike. Right. He's sitting
He's
by the
sat there the
motorbike.
entire time.
He's sitting by the motorbike on his phone playing Pong.
How did you get this?
What?
Your phone.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like it's probably not a good idea for you to have it, seeing as we're trying to keep you on the down low.
Well, yeah, I didn't call nobody, right? It's like you said, I wasn't supposed to tell nobody nothing, so I haven't told nothing to nobody.
Okay. I trust you.
I'm not fucking stupid.
No, I don't think that. I know that you're
Look, I
trying to
know.
adjust.
I
That's
play
fine.
football. Everybody thinks that because I play football, I must be fucking stupid. I know. So I get it a lot, right? I'm used to it.
Well, I don't think you're stupid.
Well, thank you very much.
Well,
I
you're
don't
welcome.
think you're stupid neither.
You're
Thanks.
so very welcome.
So can we get out of here? I'm fucking starving. I'd love to go at Macca's or something. Just get something to feed, a bit of cheeky Nando's, something like that.
Cheeky Nando's. All right. Let me drive this time.
You want to drive? Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I don't have a
Well,
license, by the way.
You don't have a
Stop
license.
getting on my bike! It's my bike! Get off my bike!
Why the hell don't you have a license? Get on the bike.
Maybe you can teach me.
Teach you? Don't you know how to drive a bike?
I mean, I
know you know how to drive a bike. We had a race. Come on.
yes, I was taught a little bit, but I don't have the license. And if I fuck up, I would feel bad. So
If you fuck up, we could go to jail or hospital. I've already been there for a bike race recently. I don't think I'd like to go there again.
okay,
How
okay.
about I drive?
Okay, it's a good idea.
Maybe we should just drive a little bit slowly this time, eh?
It's slowly, huh?
A little bit slowly, not too slowly. Not
Are
like
you
your fucking
afraid?
grandma. Jesus fucking Christ. All right, then let's
Are you
go.
afraid?
Puts his foot
All right.
down and you squeal around the corner and
Whee!
you get some speed wobbles as you get onto the freeway. Where the fuck are we going, by the way?
Weren't we going to Macca's?
All right.
Or what? Macas?
Nando's.
Nando's?
Nando's, yeah, cheeky Nando's. Right, all right. So you pull in and you buy some fucking chicken at cheeky Nando's.
I'll just
And
watch him eat
You watch him eat.
because
you
I
don't want
haven't
none of
eaten
this?
in a while. So
You really don't want none of this? Come on, what about one of these? Surely you want some of the fries.
no, you know what?
Oh, just
I already told you that none of this is going to
all right.
be good for
Fine.
me.
Okay. Whatever
Tell
you
me
like.
tell me how it tastes though.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. What happened to your
Is it
friends
salty?
anyway?
Oh,
Yeah.
oh shit. I completely forgot. I'm sorry. I'll send a text. Actually, I'll check my texts because everyone's probably texting up a storm.
Right. So what is on her text list? Can anybody think of a text they have personally sent to Sage?
I've seen one. Don't
Yep.
destroy my bloody bike.
Okay.
I sent one when me and Tanya went out partying.
All right. What did that say?
It said, "Did you want to come partying with us?"
Okay.
That was like last night or something, wasn't it?
Where did
Yeah, that
Catherine
was-
go?
Oh, okay,
That was a little while ago.
okay. I
Feels
see how
like
it is.
feels
see
like
it.
a week ago. Instead, I'm having a bloodbath party with the doctor.
Well, yes. I sent a text to everyone. Is everything okay? Because the last thing I
I was
remember
on mute.
getting was from Alexi.
Yeah, I sent you one saying that Bishop got arrested.
Yeah. I
And
got that one.
I haven't messaged you since. So
Okay. So there you go. A couple of
Chasing
messages.
that up.
Probably
yes,
one from Catherine too, but yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. So
It was probably one from Catherine while we were out on the town saying, "You should come, darling."
Yeah, there's probably one from Jojo too along those lines saying, "Would you like to be picked up?"
So Alan,
Yeah.
you'll probably notice that like other people have their own
Retainers.
yeah, probably don't say that out loud here. How about we just use the R word? Just R. Just R, I'll understand. Yep, whatever. It's
What,
fine.
like retard?
No.
Alan,
No, that's not fair.
What are you saying exactly? Like,
We
what
gotta
you?
keep things on the down low. But anyway,
Yeah.
so there are others in my group that have them. Some of them will go by sir or whatever. I don't plan on ever doing that with you.
What? So I don't get to be posh?
You can be as posh as you like, Alan. As posh as you like.
Well, I reckon maybe it's time for me to start dressing up, like wearing suits and shit like that. You know, I think that'd be pretty cool. I like wearing
I don't
suits.
think it'd be very you though. What about like a leather jacket or something?
All right then.
What?
Sure.
I don't really want like I don't want a snooty Alan. I like the cool Alan here.
That's true. I am pretty fucking cool.
Yes. Yes, I don't want a parka or I mean parka's amazing. But yeah, I don't want you to wear suits. It's not going to help.
Yeah, all right. Okay. So what's next, you lady?
No, please don't. Your lady.
Or is it milady? Sorry.
I think the sage is fine.
Sage. Yeah, okay.
Cool. Oh yes, by the way, I do want to go see a movie. You can take me to it later in November. It's called The World Is Not Enough. It's a James Bond film.
James Bond.
Yeah, The World
Right.
Is Not Enough. I would love to see it. So
All right,
take me to
that
see
does come
anything
out. I've been looking forward to seeing that. Great trailer. Yeah.
really?
Yeah, I've seen the trailer for that one. Yeah, I like movies too. You know.
Will you excuse me, you two? I've got to ring up a sage at some stage.
Feel free to insert your conversation in here, Bridget. It's fine. Okay, it's fine. We'll go see that film together.
All right.
Yeah. Enjoy
Good
your
luck, see.
chicken.
He finishes it up and then slurps down his Coca-Cola.
Oh damn! Could you remind me how that tastes?
Well,
The
why don't you taste it?
Because I can't.
You just surely you can just spit it out or something. You know, take it to the
I
bathroom.
could, but it's more like I don't want to.
So you want me to tell you about it, and that's
Yes,
better, is it
please.
somehow? Well, it's sweet and it's bubbly and it tastes like syrup.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
it's cola. Coca-Cola, you know, not Pepsi, Coke.
I haven't had it in so many years.
Don't want it anyway. It's terrible for you. You know, typically I wouldn't drink this shit anyway. I mean, I have to work out and shit and all that jazz. But I figured, seeing as it was my free night anyway, so there you go.
You have a free night.
Well, I would have. I haven't been in hospital for the last 2 weeks.
All right, yes. Wait, 2 weeks. It's
However
only been a
long
week.
A week? I don't know how long it's been.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I've contacted the others, and if they want to get to talk to me, then they have to actually make the effort, friends, my fellow gamers, to contact me. But I am enjoying this.
Yeah. So one question I've got for you.
Yes.
So you say it's been a week, right, since I was been in hospital,
Yes.
and you've been what have you been doing for a week? Like, what? It took you a week to come and find me and fix me up. A fucking
know.
week. I could have been out of there the next day.
I know, and I feel incredibly sorry about that. If I had the time, if I didn't have people watching me, I would have done it then and there.
People watching you.
Oh, you know, when the crash first happened, someone had called the ambulance, and
Right.
it's not like I could just scare them off or anything. Well, I can't do that anyway.
Why not?
I just don't have the ability to.
All right, fair enough.
I mean, look at me.
Fair enough.
Do I look scary?
Oh, no, probably not. Except maybe in a kind of spooky horror sort of way. You know, maybe.
Yeah. Yes, and then we went to Oslo.
Went to Oslo? What, like in Scandinavia?
It's in Norway. Is that?
That's Scandinavia, isn't it?
Shouldn't you know this? Aren't you a football player? Don't you play Norwegians?
Yeah, and I think Norway is in Scandinavia. It's like a whole place, isn't it?
I don't know. I don't care, to be honest. It's not my sort of thing. I'm not into that.
So you're into singing and vampiring. I mean, you know, whatever that is. So out of game, does anybody
James Bond.
call her?
Yeah.
I am.
Sorry, I
That's
sent her a
good.
text message that these guys have a real cool army base that you should check out, but to keep it a secret.
Oh, look, my phone's making noise.
Okay, and then,
I will actually
It's a
phone
text,
her.
though.
Oh.
I don't call people.
And then Bishop's number flashes on your screen, and the phone starts
look
to
at that.
actually ring.
Yeah.
I'll leave you to it.
Okay. Hello, this is Sage speaking.
So, Sage, how did it go? Good recording session?
Yes, it was wonderful. How is everything with you? You out of jail yet?
You know, I'm out of jail, you know. No complaints there, but I need you to make an appointment with your sire for me if he's got the time at some point.
What? In what way? For what reason?
I need his advice. I'm
Great.
figuring either him or you will know how to deal with Mr. Stonebody or Mr. Misty whenever he turns into one of those. So I'm figuring you fellas will know what to do.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I'll ask him. If you have any questions, just send me a text and I'll ask him, and I'll let you know what he comes up with.
Okay, I'll give you a long list. What are you doing tonight?
I'm watching Alan eat chicken
You're watching Ellen eat chicken.
and drinking a cola.
How's that going for you?
Chicken nuggets.
Chicken nuggets. Just starts throwing them like Nidge.
Okay, now you'll. If you got the time at some point, just do that for me and see if he'll give me some time.
What have I missed?
I could try.
All right.
Nothing.
All right.
Bishop is
And-
asking Sage to for advice. To you know what? You can say that. I don't know what you're actually asking me. You're asking me to talk to my sire about the whole Misty guy, right?
Yes. I
Okay.
want to know if he'll know anything about the Misty guy or if you know anything about the Misty guy and how to catch somebody who can turn into that.
Oh, okay, yep.
All right.
else?
And how do we destroy somebody who can turn his skin into marble?
Well, we almost did.
We almost did, but
We
almost
deal a
is
lot
not
of
good.
damage to him.
Almost is not good enough, darling, in this world. It's only totally and totally that's good. All right. And we also need to know what are the weaknesses of the shadow bitch. We
Okay.
need to start thinking about that.
Oh, okay.
And you're the only one that seems even remotely, well, how can I say, spiritually endowed.
I know a little bit.
Spiritually endowed. Okay.
Apparently, I've got a local expert over here. But
Right.
if you could do that for me, I'd appreciate it.
I
All right.
got you.
If
I can do that.
anything happens to you tonight and it's bad, let me know. All right.
Okay.
Bye.
Ring me if you're dead.
I mean, should we meet up or something? What happened with with Kitty and all
I
that?
don't know. What do you want me to ring Kitty as well?
Yes, I'll meet you up somewhere
Okay.
as long as I have enough time to get to my
they're
haven.
supposed to. I sent them to go to this dress. It was a simple, easy thing. So, we'll go. I tell you what, I'll meet you at this address.
Okay.
Okay.
What's the time of the game?
5:30 a.m.
You
Wow,
won't
what
have
time
thinking
is
light.
what time is light?
6:45.
Oh, maybe we should call it a night.
Yeah, that might be a better
Tomorrow.
idea.
Yeah.
Mhm, 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 mhm.
Yeah, try and get hold of Kitty. Because I mean, if she's going to do that, she might be in danger. I don't know.
I'll try and get in touch with her.
Okay.
The doc was with her too, so yeah.
I've got to introduce Alan to my dear friends.
Okay.
Oh.
Bye. Bye.
All right, bye.
I'm drinking from the
I'm waving.
flask.
This
Oh.
is sorry.
Kitty, though you
But,
won't care about it, your phone will ring if it's all right with the GM.
Just one moment. Catherine had a question.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, so while you're ringing her, are we actually still in the place, or are we in the car, or
Where would you like to be?
You're the boss. It's your car. It's your.
so? Because
transport.
basically
Is he
what
on
happens
JoJo?
is, oh, excuse me.
Whoop. That's immortalized.
That was in character, right?
Amazing.
Did
Tanya
I-
just
did
like
I not tell
choked
you-
on her blood.
Did I not tell you to take it easy on
Oh my
JoJo
God.
tonight? I mean, look what happens when you don't take it easy on JoJo.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen,
Okay.
what's going on?
Okay,
Concentrate.
sorry. Can you cut that on the recording? Oh my God, that's so embarrassing.
I can
herding
cut
cats.
that. I can
No,
cut
leave
that
it
in the
in.
recording.
Leave it
I'm going to charge an extra $50.
in.
No, it's correct.
Gonna
Because
extort-
basically we've pretty much kind of decided what we're gonna do with the
Yeah.
place. So I was wanting to know if we're in the car
In
and
the
I'm
car.
hearing this, and then I would probably suggest something.
Okay.
So
Very well.
Yes, you're in the car hearing this.
Yep. So you can
Yeah.
overhear the conversation. Yeah.
yeah, but I wouldn't be hearing what Sage is saying. So
Right.
I would
Right.
probably just suggest like, why don't we have a nice dinner tonight, or so that we can all gather around, have a little bit of a breather, because one, we had this big thing in Oslo. We just kind of just like, can we get together and just
Debriefing.
yeah,
Do you really want an honest
Decompress.
answer?
JoJo's
decompress.
suggestion. Yeah.
Debrief JoJo.
Well,
In the face.
I'll ring Kitty while we're on. Are you gonna drop me off at my place?
yeah. But I
Charlie,
kind
you're
of
a
like
terrible
suggest.
person.
All right, I'll ring Kitty and see what's going on.
So basically, I would probably just say that to no, I'll give everyone a call or text everyone to say to meet up or something.
Okay. All right. So everyone gets a text saying, let's have a meet up tomorrow night early in the evening. seeing as
Yeah,
it's
I'll
so late at
reserve
this point.
I'll reserve something.
Okay, so like a private room in
Yeah.
at a restaurant in a hotel.
Mhm.
Wait a minute, here's something I prepared earlier.
Hmm.
Is it a vampire-owned restaurant?
Definitely a vampire on. Come on, Gil.
Vampire.
Now,
yeah, make a
no.
roll.
I thought I prepared this specifically for you, Tanya. There's a place called Gigi's,
Oh,
and it sells the most expensive cocktails in the world.
oh my God, are you really?
And then G.G. Allen pops up
And
says,
it's in a place. It's in Mayfair.
Yeah.
There is a couple of other options. There's also the Belgravia, the Royal Suite in the Lanesborough Hotel.
Yeah.
It's the most expensive suite in London.
Mhm.
And there's the Dorchester Hotel in Piccadilly, which has the most expensive restaurant in London.
Yeah.
So if you'd like to choose any one of those three options, Jojo has prepared you this list.
Okay.
So would you like expensive cocktails,
Oh
an
my
expensive
God.
hotel room, or an expensive
Promise.
restaurant? Which one are you most interested in? Piccadilly, Belgravia, or Kensington, darling?
probably
Oh.
the room's the one you can enjoy.
The hotel?
Yes, that'll be perfect, love.
All right, then we'll go for the Royal Suite in at the Lanesborough Hotel. Out of game, feel free to Google that shit.
What was it? Sorry?
The Royal Suite in the Lanesborough Hotel.
Everyone Googles.
Everyone's
Whoa,
Googling.
that's fancy.
Wow,
as
okay.
fuck.
Ooh.
Is it the teal one or the orange one? The apricot one.
You can
We
choose.
better have a good dinner because when Tatiana finds out about this, we'll all be dead.
This is the last dinner, last supper.
So the Royal Suite itself, let me share this up so Barry can see it too.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Let's see what we can.
Wow.
Oh, why does it always do this? I hate this shit. You see that, Barry?
Ooh, pretty.
I see it.
Very
It's pretty.
Victorian.
Right,
Very
big
pretty.
golden pillars, blue
Yeah.
flash. Yeah, it's like I think it's like £30,000 a
ITO.
night. Like it's stupid.
$30,000 a night.
Pounds.
Oh.
Pounds.
Okay,
It's
pounds. It's still
ridiculous.
bad.
Oh wait, no, sorry,
Still-
£20,000. It says here £20,000. Still, that's still £20,000 a night.
That's
mean-
insane. That is an
Right.
insane amount of money.
Yes, and
It's
so
only
that's
coin,
the
darling.
outside of it, right? Here's another image,
Oof. Sprite.
Color-coded rooms. Very nice.
right? Here's the bathroom.
Huh.
Oof.
Marble equals
And-
fancy.
I don't think that's got anything to do with it.
Yep.
We need to
Okay,
get
there
you
you
edge
go.
lock.
Right. Okay, so you get the gist of this, right? Okay. There you go. So let's cut to the following night. Everybody collects together at this location. If anybody has anything specific they'd like to do before then,
Research on the location.
okay. Very well.
I was going to I introduce Alan to Benjamin and hopefully Uther, unless he's
Right.
all tucked in his little
I think by the time you get Alan back to the house, Benjamin is snooping around quietly because Uther has just sort of popped downstairs.
Okay.
Do you? What do you? Do you go looking for Uther or anything before you sort of find Benjamin? I'm assuming that you do, actually.
Okay.
I'm assuming that
See
you
you
do.
away.
While you're looking for Uther, because otherwise, how would you know where he was? You wander into the library, and unusually, there is a door in the corner of the library that is open, which has never been opened before. You've never even seen that door open. In fact, there was a tapestry hanging up there before.
Gonna go in.
You go in and you find a fairly medium-sized room, fairly sparse, with a large table on it, with some really ancient-looking scroll that has been unrolled along the table, and parts of it are broken. Parts of it have been flaked away and ripped and torn and ruined, rotted away in places. And there is text on the scroll. What languages can you read?
Nope. English.
English, okay.
The only language. Yep.
Okay. What's your level in occult?
4. Oh, spoiler alert, everyone. It's 4.
Well, as an occultist, it is pretty much essential for you to be able to read Hebrew and Greek characters. You might not speak the languages, but you would know what the characters were.
Okay.
And so you can tell that this is all written out in some sort of Aramaic text. You can't read it, but it's Aramaic. And it looks very, very old.
Well,
Benjamin comes into the room. He goes, Sage, you should come out of here immediately.
Benjamin.
I'm not sure that Master Uther had it in mind to leave the store open.
Yes.
Shouldn't be in here.
Probably not.
Come.
But he knows that I'm incredibly curious.
Yes, you are, aren't you? And who is this that you have with you?
Let's go out first. This is Alan. Alan, this is Benjamin.
So what the fuck was all that then? Like all that paper shit is like some sort of scroll. Like, is that like the Dead Sea Scrolls or something?
Dead Sea Scrolls.
Yeah, I saw like a documentary about it on a telly. Yeah.
Okay, well, you don't need to know. To be honest, I probably also don't need to know, but
no, probably
I
you
like
don't,
that.
says Benjamin.
I like knowing.
Of course you do. Master Uther is currently retired. You, of course, can see him tomorrow night when he is refreshed. In the meantime, yes, I'm Benjamin. I'm very pleased to meet you. What was your name again, sir? He turns to you, Sage.
His name's Alan. You can.
Oh yeah, Alan. You can. Yeah, right.
Alan Stevenson.
Alan's sort of looking around. This place is a bit of a fucking dump, isn't it? Seriously, you live here.
Don't call this a dump.
Well, come on, there's a hole in the ceiling over there. Like there's rain literally coming into the house, and there's a. Oh my God, is that what I think it is?
What is it?
There's
what do you think it is?
So there's one half of the library has been.
The bomb.
There's a World War II bomb
Right.
just sitting right there in the rain, where the whole roof has been smashed in and has been left like that for 50, 60 years.
Yes, that's a bomb.
What the bloody hell? You should get someone to take that away.
Probably, but
No. You don't
the
understand.
structural integrity is.
Yes, there's a problem with the
Yeah.
council structural integrity, and also the fact that I think Master Uther likes it like this. It's a deterrent for intruders.
Yes.
Oh, I see. Right. Well, that's nice, isn't it? Okay.
So before we go to bed, before I go to bed anyway,
Yeah. Yes.
I want you to have a chat to Benjamin. Just trying to figure out retainer duties, like what a retainer does from Benjamin's perspective. And then is there somewhere he could sleep? Maybe on a couch somewhere, or?
Yes, don't worry about that, Sage. I'll have him sorted. No problem.
You guys can
You are
talk football
in the
or
best
something.
of hands. The best of hands. Probably we won't talk about football, but nonetheless, you're in the best of
Fair
hands.
enough.
Good night then, Sage.
Good night.
Sleep tight.
I'll give Benjamin a hug.
He hugs you back, pats you on the shoulder.
Bye. I'll
All
skip off.
You skip off. like a little fairy
Hmm.
to your room, shut
Yep.
the door, and off you go to Nine Eyes.
Yep.
All right. Well, let me consult my chart. All right. So, Garth, you wake up. Alexi wakes up.
Alrighty. Feed the girl kitties.
Goes about your business.
Yep.
All right. And you head off to the Lanesborough Hotel, I assume.
Yep. Am I able to do research on the World War II base and
Yeah.
stuff like
Okay.
that?
So information that you get about that. Let me see. Yeah, it's pretty much been in limbo for the last 50, 60 years as various governmental offices have tried to claim it back, and various museums have tried to take hold of it. The Air Force briefly used it. It's been handed over to different organizations over the years at different times, shifted back and forth. Nobody's managed to keep it continuously. In the end, yeah, it's been left like this, somewhat decrepit for a while. Just recently, a whole bunch of homeless people were shifted off the spot. Yeah.
So no Nosferatu interests in it in a real.
Well, not up until now, because nobody really gave a shit about it. Like there was nothing there to be interested in.
Cool.
And you would have been stretching your resources too thinly. But that being said, I think at this point, upon your curiosity, you receive a message from Winston. Winston tells you that he has been tasked with explaining to you that the imperativeness of your interests in this place, that if this coterie is to go forth with this situation, with this piece of land, this resource, then he should like that you are involved with that to whatever degree you can be, and that they make your information gathering abilities easy and accessible to you, because information flows in two directions.
Yep.
It would
Let's
be
jump
worth
back. Thanks, heaps. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be worth their while if they cooperate. All right. That's that. Sage, you wake up.
Ah, all right. Pop up. Go find the others.
All right. As you go off to find the others, you also receive an email or a text message, or possibly both, telling you that there is a first cut of your first few songs available for you to listen to at your convenience. They've been compiled, and there's a version for you to listen to when you're ready. In the meantime, what's his name? Alan? Alan's going to drive you to the hotel. He has a car now.
Where did you get a car?
Well, me and Benjamin went and shopped for a car. He helped me out. He's got that jacket you talked about.
Look at you.
Right.
You're looking great.
Yeah, thanks.
Yes.
He's also wearing like a gold chain around his neck with an ankh on it.
I love this. This is amazing.
Yeah. So right.
I like that a lot.
Driving. You get to the place. Who's next? Bishop.
Yes,
You wake up.
I'm training with my child, or if she wakes up around the same time.
She's been awake for about 15 minutes when you get up.
Will
she says, I've been waiting for you to get up.
we get some of our human retainers and practice our presence?
Okay. All right. You can do that.
Practicing our presence.
Very good. You practice your presence.
Send a message to text to Kitty and Doc asking what they found out and
Mhm.
let me know. Need to know almost immediately.
All right. What they found out about what?
The guy at the house, because I
Right.
sent them there.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Parker says, why didn't you get that information from them last night?
Because I couldn't get in touch with them, funnily enough.
Isn't that odd?
I tried to get in touch with Kitty.
No response?
No response.
Are you sure she's all right then?
It worries me a bit. It worries me a bit, but
Why
I'm
don't
not-
you give her a call now then, sir?
All right. I'll
Or should
do
we
it.
just meet at the spot, and if she doesn't turn up, then give her a call?
I better give her a call now. Now you've got me really worried. Okay. All right. He does.
Well, as it so happens, Kitty, you wake up to the sound of your phone ringing.
Where, hello?
Hello,
Hello?
Kitty. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
How did it go last night? What did you find out?
The place was occupied by two people that had consumed the contents of the flask, and they went crazy, and we got attacked. But we're fine. We got out of there, but I think it's safe to say that it's gone. Oh, and they're dead.
Wait a minute. When you say gone, what do you mean gone?
I mean, the flask was there, but it was empty, and the guy and the girl attacked us, so we had to kill them. But we're fine.
So you're telling me we had to keep looking?
Parker turns to you, Bishop. He says, careful what you say on the telephone, sir.
Oh shit.
It's protected, isn't it? Ours?
So far as it can be.
Oh. All right.
Mine's a burner, so it should be all right.
All right. Well, tell me more about it when we meet at this dinner thing.
Yep.
Give me a full detailed thing, because I've got to talk to Tatiana about this.
Okay. Kitty hangs up and just like looks at the doc, who's probably still fucking asleep, and just goes, "Oh my god."
Right. So that's a good question. Like, what happened very briefly? Can do this as condensed as possible. What happened with the doc and Kitty after you woke up, or you came to from your little frenzy feast? Did you just leave the place and head home?
We put the bodies in the fridge, and with the other bodies, and we just made it look like they were part of the already assembled people in the fridge, and then left under cover of night and quickly went to wherever the doc normally stays and cleaned up, and just decided to not tell anyone about it.
You would have had an hour and a half to do all of this. So I am going to make you roll some dice
Okay.
to see how successful this was, or at least how realistic it looks.
Oh god.
Let me see.
I could use celerity to help
You
clean
could,
things
but
faster.
You'll spend a lot of blood doing that.
I've got full blood though, because I did
That's-
lots of stupid things.
She hasn't got full willpower.
That's true. Your willpower is very low at this point. So whether or not you can even face doing all of this stuff is going to be difficult.
Okay.
My
My willpower is at 2 because I regained something,
right.
and then blood's at full capacity.
Okay. You're going to make a wits and subterfuge roll each.
Wits,
I mean, I'm
and-
assuming that Shipman's going along with this plan.
Let's see how much roll 20. Oh, 4 successes.
Okay. All right.
Or use a
good.
willpower to give me a success as well.
Yep. Okay. So, okay, it's a total of 5 successes. So the biggest issue is the blood all over the room in the bedroom, and the fact that you come to the conclusion that the bodies that were in the fridge, they must have been hacked up somewhere nice and clean, because there's no sign of that happening in this house. So if it happened, it was in the bathroom or it was somewhere else. It wasn't here. And these bodies were clearly killed here because there's blood all over the fucking place. And that's, there's a lot of DNA evidence of that all over that room. Your ability to clean that up is somewhat sketchy. You can make it look okay to the casual eye, as Mr. Wolf says to Vincent Vega and what's his name in Pulp Fiction when they're cleaning up the car. But you can make it look okay to the casual eye. But if a forensics team was to check this out, there's no way you'd get away with it.
Right. Okay. Let's just burn the place down and run away.
Okay.
Okay. So you're going to just get some gasoline from somewhere, which I don't think would be too difficult to find, and burn the place down.
And run away.
And
into
run
the
away.
night.
All right. So I'll get you to make survival checks each to see how well you set up this fire.
So is it wits and survival?
Yep. Wow, 4 successes plus no successes. Okay.
Them nasty ones, the ones that get me every
I
time.
know. They're fuckers, aren't they? Okay, so 4 successes. That's not too bad. Okay. All right. So you get out of there. The place is ablaze when you leave, and you see the place catching to the next apartment, Kitty, as you're going. And can you make a conscience check?
Oh god. Chance. 4 dice. Without fail, this is the one that always comes. Yeah. 3 successes.
3 successes. Well, you feel terrible realizing that you think you might have just burnt down the family home of several other local families, possibly even killed a child. But probably was worth it.
Kitty's gonna make a phone call while they're running away on her phone.
YOLO.
She's gonna call the fire department, be like, this place is on fire, and then she's gonna break her phone.
Okay, so you smash the phone. Okay, cool. All right, and as you're rushing back to your apartments, respectively, the fire department are heading in the other direction past you in their trucks. Okay. All right, long story short, yes. Yep. Anything else there?
I would be at Shipman's place because I don't actually have a place that I live.
Okay, you're going to stay at Shipman's place.
I set fire to another house. No.
Set fire to Shipman's house and sleep on the street. No.
It's the morgue. It's probably pretty
Well, that's
fireproof.
true. Where are you going to sleep? Because he does sleep at the morgue, don't you?
Yep.
So he
Be a
takes
body
you
bag
to
she
the
can sleep in.
hospital and puts you in a body bag and slides you in a box.
That's fine.
All right.
That's yeah.
All right.
And so I'm having the conversation with
finds you.
Bishop inside the box body ship.
Right. So long story short, finally, we can get to the point where you all arrive at the hotel. Who gets there first? Who booked it? Tanya booked it. So I think
I'm probably
Tanya.
gonna stay there anyway.
Okay, so Tanya, you stayed there the night to begin with. All right, that's cool. And you and Jojo and your various retainers have cleaned it all up and got everything organized the way you want it. How do you, anything special you want here?
No, just probably change the flowers to white. Roses, please.
All the roses
White
are
roses.
white roses. Okay.
Yeah.
So when you guys come in one at a time, who's going to come in second? Do we want to do this randomly, or do you want me to
And
pick?
make sure that
Or
I just
choose?
turn up.
yeah,
Okay.
make sure they have like a glass of.
Oh, we'll be pretty quick because we don't care about the speed limit. So
All right.
yeah, we'll be there.
I'd say me and the doc are last.
Okay, that makes sense.
Well, you gotta wait
This-
for him. So yeah.
You gotta
The,
wait for
the
him to-
sheepest
to wake up.
children.
That's true. Yeah, so Caitlin, when you wake up, you've got to wait some time before the doctor gets out of his spot.
All right, okay. I would probably go clean myself up so I don't look like I'm covered in blood. And
I think you would have done that the night before.
probably, yeah. So no,
Yeah.
don't need to do anything. Just sort of, I'll probably just fiddle with the tools in the morgue, see if there's
Right.
anything exciting.
Right.
Maybe pocket a few more scalpels.
Okay. Yeah. What's your katana in right now? I mean, you're walking around openly with a katana.
It was like in one of those
It's in a
mat
tube.
cases,
Right.
like that I set across my back. So it just sort of looks like a messenger
Right. Gotcha.
thing.
Okay.
So it's hidden,
Yeah.
but not very well.
Yeah.
Like
Hidden,
if someone
but
were to open
available.
it, and, yeah.
Yeah, but
If
you will
someone
have
were
to
to
open the top of it like a screw top
Yeah.
to get into it.
Well,
Okay.
it's got like a little, it's like a leather latch. So it's like
Okay.
so it's like a
Okay.
snap lock.
Okay, cool. All right, very good. So eventually Shipman wakes up. You guys go and get a taxi
Yep.
and head over to
An ambulance?
An ambulance.
Not again.
You're not
Never
gonna take
again.
Not gonna take an
We've
ambulance?
had ambulances, fire trucks, and police cars all in one episode.
That's true, actually.
All the emergency services.
You have had all the emergency services in one episode. It's true. Okay, so Bishop, you arrive.
Yes.
Who do you have with you? Parker, obviously.
Parker and Machilda.
Okay, so she's there. Rhea.
Raya's there. Yeah.
Okay. All right, good. All right, you go inside. Tanya, you see Bishop, Parker, and Rhea arrive. Sage comes in about the same time
With Alan.
with Alan. Alan's looking around. Wow, fuck me, look at this place.
Yeah. It's like straight out of James Bond or something.
You wouldn't want to have to use the toilet, would you?
I don't have to, but you
that's
you
true,
can have
yeah.
the pleasure if you
You could if you
if
spend
you
enough blood.
want. Okay.
No.
He turns around to Tanya. Do you mind if I use the toilet here?
I'm not there yet. I'm not there. I'm not
You're
there
not.
yet.
How can you
Just
not be
go.
there? You stayed there.
No. I mean, like, I'm still in, like, I'm doing my. I'm gonna have an entrance.
Oh, you're gonna have
We'll
an
wait.
entrance. Oh, okay. So you're in another room.
Yeah, I'm on
there.
another room.
Right, and Jojo's there, and the doors are
Welcoming
shut
everyone,
to the
yeah.
other. Okay, so Jojo's there. So come in. Yes, Tanya will be available shortly.
Oh, I forgot to tell you about Jojo, Alan. Okay.
Jojo,
Sometimes sometimes
This is how
retainers are
retainers work.
used for other things. Like pleasure. So yeah. Also, if we might end up seeing Tanya sit on him at some point. I don't think that's going to happen here. Everything's nice and plush, but
Alan
it
looks
has
at you
happened
like,
before. She's used
"Oh,
him as a seat.
fucking yuck, man.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm not going. I mean,
That's gross. I don't want to know anything about none of that gay shit. All right.
it's. I mean, I don't know.
Again, you might have to re-educate Alan. He's a little bit narrow-minded.
Oh, okay. Well, Jojo is a male. Tanya is a female. It's
Right.
okay. It's okay.
You've been re-educated. That's how it works. No?
I don't know
That's
how
not
you want
gay,
me to
dude.
re-educate him. It's fine. Like, I'm not going to ask that of you. I won't need to sit on you if something is dirty.
Well, we better not.
I'm not going to. I told you I won't. I promise.
Good. Don't. Look,
Okay.
I don't care what they do behind closed doors, but I don't want to look at it.
You're probably going to have to get past that.
Oh, God. All right, fine. Okay, fine.
It's okay.
Bishop comes in.
Evening, everybody.
We left your motorcycle back at Uther's. I'm sorry.
What's that horrendous buzzing?
I'll turn it off.
Is that the fan?
I would have waited at the front of the place until someone I knew walked in, and I would have just trailed them and obfuscate.
Okay.
Because yeah, I don't think they'd like the likes of me turning up.
So you're just trailing. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Aw.
So, you two, how did it go? And how badly did it go? Or how goodly did it go?
And Kitty and the doctor, you can turn up anytime you want.
When they do, that's the first thing I say to them.
Right.
Is that-
Kit will probably just look at the doctor and
Because
It didn't go as well as we thought it would go.
how badly did it go? Tell me straight, because Tatiana will want to know.
Well, the
Oh.
blood's gone.
Where did it go?
Down the human's throats.
Down the human's throat. You realize
somebody drank it.
Tatiana will ask you these same questions, and she's a Ventru, and she can probably dominate you beyond belief. So,
That's fine.
okay, so it went down their throat. All
Someone
right.
definitely drank it.
Okay,
Evasive maneuvers.
okay, all right.
So
All right, so it's all gone then.
on the subject, let's just clear this up and make sure that it's very clear. Kitty, can you make a charisma and subterfuge check, please?
Okay.
Cool.
And Dr. Shipman, you can do the same thing.
Sorry, what was it in subterfuge?
Charisma. Oh my god!
To be honest, it looked obvious.
Yeah. And 3 successes from Shipman.
Shipman's
Bishop.
stoic most of the time. It's really hard to tell anything
That's true.
on his face.
Now, there's still the possibility that Bishop has missed this. So we're going to make a check for Bishop, which is going to be perception and empathy.
Wait, hold on. How many dice? It was 6 dice. I've got 6 dice for this. So that means I get an automatic success, right?
That's true.
So I've got 1 success.
1
Hey.
success. Okay.
I don't care if they're fooling me. I just care that I have to give explanations to somebody else.
Can anyone make this check?
Yeah, sure. Perception and empathy checks.
Yeah, I'll do the same.
Okay. 2
3.
successes from Barry. So what did you
3
say?
successes.
3.
successes.
Oh, 3. That is 4. Jesus.
Liar, liar, pants on fire. No.
So, okay, Alex's 3 successes, that matches Shipman's 3 successes. So you're not sure. It beats Kitty's 2 successes, so you think she might be lying.
I said
And when
somebody
John's
drank
passed,
it. I didn't say they drank it. I just said somebody drank it.
Yes, but the intention is what we're talking about.
Right, yeah.
The subtext, it's a matter of reading the subtext. And so Shipman, sorry, not Shipman, Bishop, you're not sure of the subtext of what Caitlin's character is saying, what Kitty is saying here. She could be lying or she might not be. You're really not sure. Shipman, however, you believe Shipman. He sounds straight up when he says what he says.
Now, let me be clear as I say this to you, because I'm suspicious on Kitty, I'm not sure, as you said. Let me be clear to you both as I tell you this. Tatiana will want to know what happened to that blood. She may want to speak to you herself. She is more powerful than the 2 of you combined. If you are shitting me now, tell me. Then I know what to deal with.
I also, I had plans for that blood. I was going to see if there was any way to track him or something.
She's a Ventru. One of their powers, I think, is, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's dominate. And I bet she can dominate the shit out of the 2 of you. So
I'm going to pull the flask out of my bag. Can we see if there's any left in there?
You
Doubt I
can.
would have licked it completely clean.
Well, you wouldn't have been able to get your tongue down inside the
Exactly.
flask. So there is the tiniest little squidge of something in there. Not
There you
even
go.
not even a drop, just a smear of a
Thank
drop.
And
you.
it's Dr. John Shipman dribble.
Bit of shipment dribble. Yeah. Bit of backwash. It's just backwash.
Like I said, they drank it, but we managed to get the flask back.
All right. Thank you.
So
They drank it.
I'll do my best with what little I have.
there is, for mechanical purposes, there is a drop of blood in this thing, which is enough for one taste of Vitae test. There will not be any further tests. Like it will destroy that piece of that drop of blood to do a test on it.
Okay.
give it to me. Put the lid on and give it to me. I will take it to Tatiana. If I find out that you two are shitting me and I get in trouble for it, I will hunt you both down and kill you myself. Is that clear?
I start walking out.
Do I feel
Because
like I'm
I-
getting told off by a fucking principal?
Yep.
Jesus.
Okay.
You do like to yell.
Are you going to take this or not? Should I?
I think Bishop's gonna take it.
I will take it to her now in person.
Because she's just going to end up giving it to me.
Hold on. What is going on here?
Just tell her that we've gotten the blood back.
I will take
And
it to
what
Tatiana
happened to Mansell?
because Tatiana is the boss. Does the word enforcer mean anything to any one of you?
If it makes you feel better, there was a bunch of bodies in the fridge.
I don't care
The
that there
actual
were a bunch
shit.
of bodies in the fridge. I don't
What did I just walked
care.
into? Mr. Bishop, let's calm down for a
You're
moment.
fantastic, Tanya, by the way.
So pretty much what's happened is we got there. There was a security camera which I disabled by breaking my wrist. And then we went inside and went up the stairs. They were having sex, and then they saw me and they attacked me, and the blood was already gone. So we killed them, and then we set fire to the house to cover up.
They're not
that.
vampires, are they?
No,
Okay, that's a good one. Okay, where is this flask that you guys are talking about?
This is probably
On the-
something Tatiana should know.
Who's holding
Um,
the flask right
who's
this
holding
second?
the
Me,
flask?
me. I said give it to me.
You said give
Okay.
it to me, but that doesn't mean anybody gave it to you. Nobody's.
I took
Let's
it.
not-
I took the
I'd given
fucking
it to Sage.
bastard. I took it.
Sage has the flask.
Let's
Yes.
not.
So
me
Bishop
that.
and Sage have a hand on the flask each right now.
Okay, let's just calm down for a moment. Can you please put that flask down on the table while I'm staring at this new guy? But anyway, I just had a.
Right.
I'm just like, how? Never mind. I'll deal with that later. Put the flask down on the table, and I will call Tatiana myself. Right now.
So who
I
is
wonder why you want
Tatiana?
it so badly, Bishop.
I-
So you're calling Tatiana?
Yes, I'm
Yes.
calling Tatiana now.
Hello, Tanya. I was surprised to hear from you right now. What's going on?
Good evening, Tatiana. We've got a bit of a situation at the moment.
Oh, another one. What
Oh,
do I
well,
need to do? Bring the
I mean-
fucking helicopters this time?
Well, an
Who
eye
do you
for an
want me to
eye, a tooth
send?
for a tooth, right?
Oh
You
my
did
God.
ask me to release Bishop from there.
Have they attacked you now?
No, they have not. But okay, let's just get to the point. We've got the flask here, and
Oh, thank God for that.
yeah, but we've got a bit of a situation with this flask, and we only have.
What? Go on. Explain.
Do you want to talk about this on the phone right now? Because this is not the right way.
Where are you? I'll be
We
there.
are at this hotel. That told you.
Okay, I'll be there in 10 minutes.
Thank you. Tata, thank you. Good night.
Good night.
I'll just say that I'll put it on speaker.
Okay.
Tatiana will be coming here, so let's just get this over and done with.
Sure, you're not bothering her. She probably just needed to know the information, what happened.
Yeah, probably, but I'd rather deal with this calmly. Bishop, please. That's not.
That
Not str-
bitch can kill all of us in one fell swoop.
I'm
She
sure
can
that
kill
if
us all and nobody will ever know we existed.
I'm sure that she can't.
Will you
Um,
get the
Bishop,
bloody point?
she
Why
won't
would she
kill
care
us.
if you drank the blood? The
Yeah.
only reason she's
It's
after it is 'cause-
old blood. Old blood. Old
Yeah.
blood is important.
yeah, but the
Sorry,
only
guys.
reason
Sorry, guys. I'm just acting. I'm not angry with
yeah.
anything.
No, you're
No,
fine.
but the
We'll
only reason
understand. It's
that
all good.
Tatiana needs to fight is interested in finding it is because it got lost in her place.
Yes, but it's ancient old blood. If that's been consumed by anybody else, none of you know what it will do.
We can discuss this with her. I don't think she'll kill us.
Tatiana
All
doesn't-
humans who consumed it have been burnt to a crisp.
So it doesn't really
Diana.
matter anyway.
Tatiana does not always discuss.
We'll
She
see what happens
tortures, she
tonight.
kills.
Yeah, well, I've done that in most of my
I mean,
life
at the end
anyway.
of the day, if we die, we die. We're already dead, Bishop. So let's
That's
just-
your problem.
I'm going to
don't
take
care about
Alan
anything.
just away out of that. We'll go outside or something.
Oh,
It's
no,
getting a bit
oh,
heavy.
There's a balcony.
We'll go to the balcony. How
this
romantic.
is not a good time. I actually asked everyone to come here to be calm, to have a little bit of celebration, because we had a tough time at Oslo. And I just want everyone just to have a night where we don't have to be angry. I think that's is that okay?
Yeah.
I don't
said
want us
what I
to
said
fight.
and I meant it.
Yes, I do understand what you're coming from, Mr. Bishop, but let's just we don't really know what's going to happen. So
And
let's
if anyone did drink it, we'll just deal with it when it happens as I look at those two and sort of carry on talking. Just
right.
shrug.
Does anyone want blood?
Yeah, sure.
I'm fine.
Okay.
Alan gulps.
We're out. We're
He's
out on the
outside.
Hey,
balcony.
Alan, how's it going, dude?
By the way,
Sorry,
who-
he's
She
on the
does-
balcony. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
we're
right.
on the balcony.
who's that boy with Sage?
Oh, that would be her new retainer.
Oh. Sage has a
Um,
oh, interesting. We better I'm not even going to do anything. I hope she introduced him to me, and then I want to know the story.
We have
behind
met him.
You've met him before.
Oh, no, you might not have actually.
I
Oh,
have not.
Mm.
right, yes.
He's a nice dude.
Well, that's good. That's good.
What's Shipman doing during this whole conversation?
She just
Bit
mentioned
light in
food
the
in
grey
front of him
matter
a few
area,
times. It's
but
funny.
otherwise it's lovely.
I think I'm just watching,
Right, just sitting there
watching the
quietly.
chaos.
You've got your
Jojo,
medical
darling, can you
bag by your
please-
foot.
Dojo, darling, can you please call Sage and the new guy? I think this conversation has hopefully settled down now. And
Sage,
apologize.
perception alertness check for Sage.
Hey. Oh, 1. That's a sad roll for me.
Well, it's just enough to notice a very loud motorcycle pulling downstairs. It's basically this motorcycle comes careening down the street at extraordinarily high speed and comes to a halt at the lobby. A female figure in black latex gets off the motorcycle, drops the helmet on the ground, just drops it on the ground and storms inside the building.
For fuck's sake. Okay. Maybe we should stay out here. I imagine it's gonna get very hairy in there in just a sec. Why don't we wait and watch, shall we?
Yeah, like what the fuck was that all about? Did you see that chick on that motorcycle? She just chucked her helmet on the ground. That helmet must be worth like $500. Do you see that £500? Like, yeah, quid. What the fuck? Was she out of her fucking mind?
Probably doesn't mean too much to her. Oh,
Right.
she's probably quite angry.
Shit.
Oh.
Do you know her?
Yes, I do.
Oh fuck. Okay. Do I need to know anything about this situation then? if things get like real hairy, are we like going to jump off the balcony or something?
Well,
You like that James
yes.
Bond shit, right?
Yes, let's do it.
Right.
Let's make
do
a pact to jump off the balcony if this doesn't work out.
it. Sounds fucking awesome. All right. He starts looking around, checking the place out, seeing what he
Yeah.
can figure out. Okay. Okay. So you guys are inside talking, blah de blah. Mr. Parker takes out a cigarette very carefully and lights it. Actually, you know what? He does not do that. That's ridiculous. Takes out a cigarette and puts it back in the cigarette box. There's a knock at the door.
I'll open it myself.
Tatiana stands at the door. She takes off her sunglasses. So there's a problem here. She steps inside. She looks around at everybody. Or
Come on, roll a 5.
She
roll a
starts
5.
shooting.
Come on, roll a 5.
two of you have been awed. Only two. Tanya, you're the first one nearest the door. Who's the next closest person to the door?
I'd be sitting down somewhere in the room.
Seeing as Sage is outside, it's not her. So it's either Kitty or Bishop.
It'd be Bishop.
Okay, so Bishop, you are now awed. Okay, she steps into the room, closes the door behind her. Now what's going on? You found the blood? Where's Sage?
She's outside on
Just
the
outside.
veranda.
She looks around the room. Okay, I'll go and talk to her first. She walks outside.
Hello, Tatiana. It's a pleasure to see you.
Thanks. You too. I take it you found it?
Yes, found it. It's been mostly drunk. There's a drop of his blood left. It's probably not enough to even consider what I was trying to do, but yeah. So problem
Who-
slightly solved.
So who had it?
You'll have to chat to the others. They were the ones that found. They found the thermos.
Yeah, it was those two over there, Shipman and Kitty, that brought it back.
Hi.
So,
So she's standing near the doorway, but on the balcony with Sage and Alan. You guys are inside
Oh,
behind her.
okay. Whoops.
That's okay.
Ignore me then.
I mean, you could have called that out through the door. The door is open.
I don't know who they ended up finding. They said that they found a couple of people,
Okay.
but I don't know if it was Mansell or not, which makes things a little bit tricky.
Well, let's go and ask them. She steps back into the room. Okay,
Oh,
so
Me too.
who was it that found the flask? Okay, so Kitty, what's your name? I've never seen you before.
Kit Price.
She doesn't shake your hand. She looks at you up and down and she says, have you been introduced to the prince?
I have, yes.
That's-
Recently.
Good. I'm Tatiana. You'll know who I am soon enough. I'm the local enforcer here.
Oh, okay. Nice to meet you. Ah,
Ooh,
fuck, my fucking camera died.
ooh. There you are. You're back.
I'm back.
It
Hi.
was weird. Everybody jumped places. Okay. She looks around the room. And so you were by yourself?
No, I was with Dr. Shipman.
She looks at you, Dr. Shipman. I think we've met.
I think so.
Okay. And what happened?
So we went to investigate the place. They had cameras everywhere. I went in and disabled one of the cameras because I thought we would be sneaky and there weren't going to be anyone in there.
Is this the address that I gave you from Mansell's apartment?
Yes, that's correct.
Hmm.
I also found very well packed bodies inside their fridge. If that
Okay.
means anything.
Did you recognize them? Were you able to ID them?
It was too hard. They were like vacuum plastic wrapped. It was very difficult.
Dear. Okay. Well, I guess we can get forensics in there and check it out.
We burnt the place to the ground.
Why the fuck would you do that?
Because there was sirens heading towards the place.
So
Well,
I'm a new
after
vampire,
there was a
okay?
big, I
I'm-
guess, we had a bit of a scuffle because that we obviously surprised them, and we kind of massacred them a bit. So
so this was about the masquerade.
Yes.
yeah, it was about protecting the masquerade. Yeah, we were trying to basically cover our tracks and not get caught.
Okay, well, look, in future, if you have problems like this, you need to call me.
Okay, I didn't know that. I now know that, and we'll do that from future onwards.
Yeah.
I'm new. I'm sorry. I'm a
Right.
new. I was only just sort of made about 3-4 months ago, and
I
I
get
only.
that impression from you.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't really know how half of these things work.
Shush. Okay, stop talking. Just answer the questions. So, is there any blood left? And where is it?
It's in the
Sage has it.
flask, and there was like a little bit left.
Okay, well, give it to Sage.
She already has it.
It's her blood.
Mhm.
It seems to me that everything is resolved. You don't really need me anymore. Is that right?
Mhm.
I mean, do you want me to do anything?
I wasn't Mansell.
Well, it was his
Oh.
house. Was it
But-
Mansell?
I've never seen Mansell before, but I assume so.
What did he look like?
I describe what he looked like.
Okay. Can you give me a wits and alertness check to see if you can do that?
Oh my god.
The description is
Can
very
I try
vague.
that as well?
You can try that
Wits
as well,
and
yeah.
alertness?
Oh.
Roll 20 hates me.
Oh god.
I don't think I've gotten a single positive roll this entire game,
She
other than
looks
my
at the pair of
humanity.
you. She's like, did you guys like not have the lights on or something? Was it dark?
Well, he
It
was
was a
having,
bit dark.
they were having sex, and then they were naked. I was distracted, okay?
I could describe her, but real good.
Do you perhaps have a picture of Mansell, Tatiana?
Not on me. I can
Hmm.
get one. Okay, so we don't know whether or not this was the perpetrator, but certainly he obviously had these people in his house, so I guess it probably was him. Right?
And
Who
if
the
not,
fuck
they
else
burn
is
the
it gonna
place
be?
down.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
always good to make sure, but
I need to look at
seems
some
about right.
police records. I have some reports to look at. I have not been able to look at them because I've been dealing with your bullshit this morning. By this morning, I mean this evening. Okay, anything else anybody needs to deal with right now?
Nope.
Okay, good.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Try not to call me, but if you have like a serious breach of the masquerade you need to figure out, then do call me then, okay? Better to tell me than to not tell me.
Right.
We'll
Well,
remember that in future.
we were telling you now.
Then I can help you. If you put me in a situation where I cannot help you, then you're fucked.
Okay.
She turns and she says, good night. She walks out and closes the door. A few minutes later, you hear the motorcycle.
If Kitty's heart was beating, it would be beating really fucking fast. And she just sort of lets out a breath.
I'll put that last drop in the thermos in my bag.
Right.
And
Mr. Bishop, would you follow me to the kitchen, please?
every time I want to get a chance to tell Tanya who you are, Alan, she just wanders off, or I wander off. It's ill-fated.
Bishop.
What do you want?
I kind of shoo the chefs and can you please leave us alone? Bishop,
Yes.
what what do I have to do for you to like just calm down sometimes?
Not have a bunch of idiots that want to risk my life.
Okay, what are you scared at the moment?
You're lucky she didn't touch the bloody thing. She would have known if anything went wrong. One of them
Bishop, she
is
didn't,
lying,
didn't she?
and I know it. I can feel it in my
I
bones.
kind of just touched his face like, Bishop, she didn't touch it. It's
She
fine.
did this time.
Yes.
What about
but now
next
we know.
time?
Now everyone knows that if they're in trouble, they're called Tatiana. Next time.
The thing I don't like, and the reason I'm leaving this coterie, is because I can't trust them. I can't trust any of them.
Is this about your past, Mr. Bishop?
It's got nothing to do with my past. It's about time they all realise they're vampires. They're not children on a Sunday camp.
Well, I guess instead of yelling at them, why don't you just start like giving them more advice since you have, give them advice instead of yelling at them. It doesn't help anyone if you yell at them. It's
Look,
like
your world's a pretty world. My world hasn't been.
well,
I know what can happen in this world.
I mean, she didn't kill us, right?
This time.
Yeah, exactly. So next time, just
You can't keep playing with life like it's something that you go, oh, this time I was lucky, next time I might not be.
we learn, Mr. Bishop. We learn.
Well, you haven't been learning. That's the whole point. You may have a bunch of assassins looking for you at this very moment. Have any of you got ready or got particular or anything?
That's why I asked everyone to come here so we can discuss this.
You saw a man who can make his skin like marble. You saw a man who can vanish into the air. So what have you done in the last couple of weeks to make any protection for that?
What do you think why we're all here? I want for everyone to discuss this, including you, because you might have something, you might give us advice, right? So let's just go in there. I need you to calm down. Let's discuss this properly.
You
for the
just don't
future.
get it.
I do get it. I just need you to calm down. I mean, I can't hear you. Sorry. Ah.
I just gotta go. Yeah, sorry, I was doing the acting thing and I just gotta go. I just can't be here anymore.
Bishop needs to start taking his vitamin D.
And when
Improves your mood.
when I sweep up your ashes with a weed whacker, what do they call those things they used to have in the 90s?
A dust buster?
Yeah, when I clean up your ashes with a dust buster, call me then.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What are you saying?
He just walks out. He's had it.
But
Hi.
bye.
As you go out, Parker's just standing outside the door. So
We're going. We got things to do.
really, I cleared the evening schedule for this.
Parker, this is my I'm annoyed face.
Yes, sir. I see, sir. Very well. Off we go. To the car then.
And I start walking out of the lounge and told everybody, so he left.
I know this is the wrong time, but I'm having a hard time to try and introduce you to Alan.
Would we have all heard Bishop shouting?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
everybody heard that conversation.
Heightened senses would have heard everything that was just
And probably like really sore now, like kind of getting deaf because of him yelling.
Ellen smells like Nando's.
Right.
and chicken nuggets.
Yes.
Um,
No, he smells like mediumly expensive or possibly over expensive aftershave.
So not Lynx Africa then.
And no, and a sport and a
Not
sports
that good. Not that good.
and he's wearing a blazer. No, he's not. He's wearing a leather jacket. That's right.
He
He's wearing
imports axe.
with an ankh around his neck.
like a gold.
And that's it.
No shirt.
No, that's not it.
He's a
Russell
bit-
didn't explain it.
Smart Alec.
You're gonna pay for that later.
Yes, there shall be consequences. All right, so Bishop is left. He's walked off. Okay.
Sorry, Sage. What were you saying?
This is Alan, my retainer. And Alan, this is Tanya. Also, Alan, Jojo's over there.
Hey, Alan.
Oh, this. Oh,
Hey, yo.
yeah.
Yeah.
This is
so-
Alexi. I don't know if I introduced you
No,
to
we
any of
didn't.
them.
yeah, I think we did meet briefly at that warehouse place
Yeah, I
yesterday.
kept joking about dinner in front of him.
I think that was
He held up
Bishop's
rather well.
place, wasn't it? Yeah, yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
It's lovely to meet you. I do have to apologize. With this whole commotion,
Oh no, it's fine. It's fine. I mean, it's really nice just to see this place. It's like flash
you love
ads,
it?
right? Oh, I love it. It's
oh,
amazing.
you're more than welcome to stay here if you want. Or
Do you mind if I use your bathroom?
oh yes, of course, right over there. And Jojo's right there. He's a very dependable guy. So
Oh, I've been
anything you want to know,
dying to take a piss in a place like this.
right? Okay, no, just go over there and to the left, to the right, up and down stairs, whatever.
Right.
Up and down
Off
the
he goes.
stairs.
Place
He
is huge.
pisses up and down the stairs, left and right.
Jojo will show you the way.
Terrible. All right.
To take a leak.
Jojo. So no, it's fine, mate. Don't worry. You're fine. You can stay right here, mate. I don't need you to hold my hand. I can find a bathroom to take a piss.
What is the dice roll for that? Just anyway.
To know where he's
What?
going. He actually opens the
Dexterity
door. Oh my god.
and dexterity and melee. Or alertness. It'd be dexterity and alertness. How awake he is and how good he is with his aim.
Yes.
Does he have sense of direction?
It's not performance. Do you say performance? Because I would believe performance would probably.
Performance would be
You're-
good. Dexterity
you're
and performance.
You're all dead.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
we are.
undead.
Okay, just as a side note, I'm taking this opportunity to eat pudding.
Right. Fair call.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
What do you got?
Fair call.
With some kind of, it's like an apple crumble with chocolate.
Oh, yeah.
Very
Wow.
nice.
So, good pause.
Yep. Kitty probably is just sort of like had locked eyes with the doctor and just went, fuck.
So, what is there to drink around here?
What
Yeah,
do you
yeah.
want?
Blood.
But yeah, blood. Yep.
Yeah, oh, yes. We've got a huge range of blood in here if you want. If you've got a special diet.
Not particularly. I do have something I would like, but I can't get that here. Like without a doubt, I can't get that here.
Okay.
Anyway.
I'd like some Australian blood.
What?
Down under.
That shit'll kill you, mate.
Oh, just
Yeah.
ask Jojo. Jojo, do you have a
Drink that
bunch of
shit. It'll make you bad at rugby.
blood? No.
Savage.
No.
So how do we eat fancily here? Do we just keep
a
ordering drinks like we're
straw.
booze hags or something?
Oh,
Well,
drink it.
Alan, we just watch Alan just eat.
I mean, Jojo, all the retainers can eat. There's food in there. There's blood in here. They've made some cocktail, mixed blood or something.
Oh, Jojo says, I have a special surprise for you, Tanya.
Oh, darling.
I knew that you were going to have the soiree this evening, so I have organized something special for you.
Strippers, please strippers,
Oh.
please strippers, please strippers, please
Who
strippers.
does it? Oh, this
Please,
would
please,
probably. Well, please, indulge me.
Well, you see, one of our subsidiaries has some connections with the fashion industry. And so right now they're auditioning for male models for their next advertising campaign. And so right now in the foyer downstairs, there's about 30 male models sitting in line, filling in forms, wearing their best clothes, all ready to try on some very nice clothes from out of game. Give me a
Only male. There's no female.
well, no, I only sorry. Is that
That's
a
okay, darling.
problem?
Oh, that's fine.
We're in the
don't-
90s. We're sexist here, yo.
Right.
I mean,
Um,
we've got gentlemen's here.
Blokes
Well,
only. No.
I hadn't really thought about that. This was really for you, Tanya.
Oh, okay. No,
But
okay.
I figured if you wanted to share, you could, of course. But if you want to go downstairs and choose something, or I could get their portfolios sent up on a tray. You can have a look through some photographs.
That'll be better. I
All
don't
right
want to
then.
be fluffing around here.
All
I
right
mean-
then. He turns around, clicks his fingers. All right, you go and get the photographs quickly. And one of the other retainers goes off to do that. I should really look at your character business and figure out who that is.
Did you like the
Oh,
names?
It's Maxwell Sharp.
Oh,
The names are hilarious. Did you come up with these? These are
Yeah.
great. Like
Ah.
she's got a governess called Mary Plupins. She's got a head nurse called Flora Nightingale.
Yeah, got it. Eh?
they sound like Bond girls, to be honest.
Right,
Oh,
actually. That's
Flora-
where's
yeah, there's a
where's
nurse
You got
Octopussy?
pussy
Yeah.
galore,
Pussy
and-
galore, Octopussy, yeah.
No, there
Shocking.
was actually the founder of nursing, modern nursing, which is Florence
Yeah,
Nightingale.
Florence Nightingale, yeah, right.
Mhm.
Yes, very good.
And
Well
I've got a
done.
whole family in the kitchen.
Wow. Oh, family in the kitchen. Oh yeah, they're all Masons. I realized that. I didn't see that. Wow, the whole family is in the kitchen.
Are they all
Remarkable.
Freemasons?
Well,
No, they're not free.
they're not captive Masons though. Or
I'll
are
tell you
they?
all their story. They all have backstories.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
god. The extensiveness of Tanya's archives.
Right. She's made quite a lot of effort here. She's put in a lot of effort. Jojo's last name, by the way, is Clark.
Oh,
And he's
Ah.
he's the valet.
Oh,
Or
He's
as
my
they say in
personal-
England, valet.
the
I
valet.
thought Dio was, or it was
Most-
the driver.
most valid
that's a-
Is
character.
that from the manga, Jojo?
Yes. Dio is my
Bastard.
couchman. So he's the driver.
So what you're saying is Jojo is the most valid character.
Yeah.
Ah.
I like
Okay.
Jojo.
So they bring
Anyway.
up photos and you guys can feed on male models and or waitresses, or any other staff from the hotel that you so desire that can be sent up and something can
Party
be
in the
ordered.
house.
Right. So
Well, I'm
you
gonna
guys,
wait for
I don't
Alan
care.
I'm gonna wait for Alan to get back before I tell him what is happening, because he might.
Question.
oh no,
feel very
he
comfortable.
he comes back before that happens for sure. Yeah. And he's like, oh, okay, right.
Question, Russell.
Yes.
Would the Tatiana situation count as a dangerous situation?
You were trying to lie to her.
I think so. Seeing
So
as
do I
you,
read green power?
you can gain a willpower. I think also because you're feeding and having fun with your friends. I think that would also kind of feed into that. All right. Very good. And yes, what else do you guys do whilst you're here having this little soiree?
I'm going to take one of the male models like out of the room so Alan can't see, because I feel like that would be
She's
bit
being
far.
also delicate about it. She's-
Yeah.
Right. She
Yeah.
cares about
I'm
Alan's
not like
feelings.
other vampires.
Nice.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about going and punching these sabbats in the face at some point?
That sounds like
Yes.
a great idea.
That's what we need to
I know.
discuss. Well,
Sounds a bit more fun than sitting around in a hotel room. Just that's just me saying that. Though.
yeah.
That's fair. Question.
A little
we've
out of
lost-
place.
Yeah, we've lost Bishop. But do we still have like?
He'll
Chris
come back if
Bell?
there's a fight on the hands. I'm sure.
There.
I'll try talk to Bishop. I'll try my best.
As I send him a text, punch some sabbat? Question mark. Smiley face. Heart emoji. Send. No.
Wink emoji.
Do you do that?
Hi.
Yep, totally do.
Oh, also, Tanya, I need a new phone.
You get a text back. Where?
Oh God!
know.
Look what you've done.
Don't we gotta get your
Excrepit.
stuff? Question mark. Question mark.
Jojo comes out with a plate of like a phone on the plate, or like
Oh.
serving plates. Here you go.
Perfect. Thank you.
Sorry, I just fucking asked.
So much appreciated.
Is there like a spare cup around? Surely
Of
there's.
course, there is a spare cup.
Oh, yeah, feels so bad.
You're
for
in a
asking.
hotel.
Oh, yes,
You're paying £20,000 a night. I think there's a spare fucking cup.
okay, I'll get like a nice fancy glass one.
Yeah.
And
Kind of hotel where if you went and asked to smash all of their cups, they'd just be like, "Yeah, sure, put it on your bill and carry on about their day."
Right.
oh, I'm going to like without everyone else being here, I'm going to cut myself and pour it into the glass, and then take it to Alan and ask if he wants this.
Right. Do you mix it with anything, or are you just going to give it to him straight? You don't put a drop in his
Can you?
Coke or something?
Some whiskey. No.
I feel like that's probably a bit.
Would Alan like a cocktail?
That's a good idea.
Okay. Yeah, I'll put it in with a bourbon and Coke or something. I don't know. And then I'll go over to him. I will be honest. I will say what it is.
What is it?
This is a bourbon and cola, but also I bled into it. I know it's odd, but I
Whoops.
fed you this before.
Right. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll have that.
No.
No, what?
I-
What? Give it here.
You
Look.
you can have it, but I need you to know what you're doing if you do this.
You're giving it to me to drink, right?
If you drink it,
Yeah.
you will probably have more feelings towards me. And it won't be your own feelings. So please just remind yourself of what you truly feel about me.
Consent is key.
The consent is key.
You
Well-
say this after level 1. No.
It's up to you. You'll
look,
be
let-
chasing me down the rabbit hole even further.
What? Look. Is it safe? Are you
Yes.
planning to use and abuse me to the point where my life's going to be in danger?
Of course not. Never. No. Yeah. If you're ever in danger, I will tell you to get the hell out of there.
All right.
Are you sure you want to do this?
I'd really like to play football.
Like no matter what you basically your life changed when you put your foot on the pedal. Sorry. I'm a
When you
little
put
bit
the
drunk.
pedal to the metal and crashed your bike.
Yeah. When you put your foot on the pedal and raced me, that's when your life changed. You were probably never going to play sports again if you hadn't met me.
Yeah,
Now
but
that you
you've
can,
changed that. Yeah. So why not? Can't we find a way?
I will try. It's probably one of those things that will come up in maybe a year or two, but
That's all right. We've got time, right?
of course.
So there's still hope, right?
Yes, you literally have all the time if you keep drinking my blood.
Seems all right to me.
Okay.
Kind of like you. you know?
Kind of like you too. You're the best retainer a person could ever want.
Poor Alan's girlfriend.
So all right, stop that. And
Like
he just-
James Bond.
he guzzles it down.
How does it taste? I might have put too much alcohol in there.
Yeah, there's a bit of alcohol in there, but yeah, I don't care. It's pretty freaking good. That is. Yeah. What? Oh.
I
Yeah. You
will
don't
probably
do-
offer you it tomorrow as well.
Right. Well,
And
yeah.
your feelings will get stronger. And yes, just remember how you truly feel about me, okay? Consent is
Right.
key.
Right. Sure. Okay. I get the picture.
Let's go party.
Excellent. Let's do that then. Okay. And you
Tip
guys
something over.
go and party.
Yeah.
Now, out of game, everybody. Barry, you are considering bringing in another character and switching.
Yeah, but that's not why I did this. I was just playing two characters.
Right. No, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
Do you want to switch in your other character next week?
Yeah, because Bishop will be busy.
Okay. And maybe
Yeah.
Bishop wants to drive it home.
Yeah. He sort of is busy doing what he said he was going to do.
Okay.
Bishop was having a temper tantrum.
No,
He's taking himself to his room.
he's not having. Let's make it clear. He's not having a temper tantrum. He is
All right,
getting
he's not
ready-
having a temper tantrum then.
He is getting ready for all-out war. Because you fellas have never been in a Russell Kirkby game before,
We have not.
and I have. Okay.
Okay, it's good to learn from a master of Russell Kirkby DMs.
He's building me up.
Yeah.
I pay him to say these things.
Not enough. Not
You-
enough.
you
not
just you just put him in all your games to make us have a good amount, decent amount of fear of you.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but he doesn't pay me enough.
That's true. I don't pay
If
you
you
at
want
all.
to pay me more, I don't
gonna-
mind.
Add another 0 to your weekly pay.
Well, on top of 0.
That's right.
Or at least in front of the number he's already got.
It's in front of it.
Another couple of decimal points.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay.
In the wrong direction.
So interestingly enough, Caitlin, Barry's character that he's bringing in has the same sire as you.
Oh,
which is
okay.
quite bizarre. So
Interesting.
they may know each other. So if you want to, we can have a chat about that, you, me, and Barry.
Okay.
Which we could do pretty much now, I guess, after the session is closing. And we can leave everybody to their party time, and you guys can discuss in
Yeah.
Discord what you guys do party time wise, etc. And if there's anything else you want to add, that's a good place to start. Yeah. If anyone wants to particularly do something in the next game, send me an email, make sure that I know what it is you're planning, and I will build it into the session. Okay.
Hopefully find a house.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Finally.
Send me a message because I won't
Good,
remember.
I need a house.
Me and Charlie built houses in The Sims for our
Yeah.
characters.
Oh yeah, she
Oh,
showed
yeah.
me.
Wow. You guys, hilarious.
Commitment.
That's commitment. That is
Mhm.
commitment.
We're in lockdown, man. There's not a lot of things to do.
There's literally nothing
Fair
to
enough.
do.
There's a lot to do.
Well, you can always play more vampire.
We could, yes.
Just saying.
I plan
Yeah.
to.
Well, now it looks
Tomorrow,
like
if you're keen.
snowboarding's getting further and further away.
Well, look, I have Wednesday nights available.
You can have the
Fuck's sake.
freezer.
That's
I
my
can't do
birthday.
anymore.
Wednesday's my birthday, so probably not this week.
Oh,
Happy birthday!
Happy
birthday.
birthday.
And
Now,
that'll be-
once I've found out what the deal is with that, I'll definitely be keen on picking another one up.
Cool. Well, we do
Come
have
to
we also have a Monday
Chicago.
night game too. Yeah, Monday night is Chicago.
Come
Yeah, I
to
might have a couple
Chicago.
of friends that are interested. So let me know what are your open ones that I
Yeah,
will-
Wednesday night would sounds like it'd be a good
Yeah.
one, but
Well, Wednesday night right now there's no game, so we'd be starting from scratch, and we'd need at least like 3 people to make that worthwhile. Monday night, I have got like 2 openings for, potentially 3 if somebody was really, really keen. those are pretty much the nights that I have at the moment. I could potentially do a Saturday night, but that's really pushing it. I would rather not do a Saturday night, to be honest. But if people really, really wanted to play Saturday night, I would.
Jesus.
Weekends, well, after Sunday would be pretty hard.
Yeah, right.
Honestly, outside of lockdown, I feel like I'd be overcommitting myself if I did more than one night.
Right, that's fair enough too. And also, Caitlin, we're going to be doing that stream thing too at some
Very
point. so-
excited. I'm
yeah.
very excited.
Cool.
Yes.
All right. So
Oh, don't be. I'm in that too.
oh,
Yes,
God.
you are.
Did you get your character back, or did you come up with something new?
Barry?
Me?
Yeah.
Are we talking about
Are you
Which
talking
one?
about Milford
Vangate.
Brixton?
Yeah. Is
Fine,
it the same to
No, Milford Brixton's dead.
Milford died?
R.I.P.
Did he?
Oh, no.
R.I.P.
Dead.
Yeah,
That's
Rick
okay. You
Braxton.
can make a new character, and that's fun.
He's got a character rearing to go.
Nice.
I've
Rearing
got a
to go.
very exciting character to bring into stream as well.
Yes.
Oh, here we go.
All right.